Hello everyone. Hello. Welcome. Chat is a little bit not working right now, but give me a second and hopefully it'll work. I don't know why it's not working. Hello. Hope you guys are doing well. Lovely to see you all as per usual. Hello. Hope you guys are well. Yes. We haven't done one of these in a long while. A little bit of a tier list. I thought, you know what, why not? Especially with Arknights and whatever dropped. So I decided, you know what? Let's get my let's you know those opinions? Let's drop them down. Oh Jesus, hold on, my entire PC is freezing. Okay, where the fuck did my hello chat? Is it hello? Why is it breaking? Okay, hold on. I don't know. I've never had my program troll me like this before. The one time I forget to turn it on before the chat starts, before I start stream, is the one time it has an update. Damn, that's crazy, bro. Anyway, I guess we'll just chill in Limbus while we wait. I'm all alone. Yeah. Oh, no, it's opening. Oh, hold on. I swear to fuck if I had to log in again. Okay. Well, it opened, but hold on. It's gonna take a sec before I see you guys. Hopefully it hurries up. But, you know, well, I guess while I'm here alone in the darkness, I can talk about what we're doing today. So, what are we doing today, guys? We're doing tier list. There's nothing really set in stone about this. I gotta say this out the bat. This is purely for fun. Okay? And any opinion that I state here today is irrelevant, because in this company you can play anything. So, now I would love for it to fucking show my chat already, bro! Oh, wait, no, hold on. Chat is supposed to be... Wait, is it supposed to be working? Wait, hold on. Don't tell me it bugged again. Hold on. Chat, give me a second. Hold on. This. Why isn't it? Hold on. If I delete this... Okay. Hey! Welcome back, chat. You're alive! You're alive! Yippee! Everyone's alive! Okay, yeah, I don't know why it bugged out like that, and also I don't know why this is bugging out too, to be honest with you. But yay! You guys are alive! Okay, well, that's good. Well, okay, except for this bit, which is bugging out. So let me fix this fix this bit real quick. You guys are on screen, but right now I can't see anything on my end. Give me a quick second to see why. How the fuck do I add darkness? Oh, that is really weird. Hold on. Alright, so I can see you guys, but hold on, I can't. I can see you guys in the chat, but for whatever reason, my dock is breaking. Give me a sec. What the fuck do I add, I don't remember how I add color to this. It's been so long. Right. You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna have to open this up in a notepad real quick. Dude, I hate this. This is pissing me off. Okay, hold on. So this is the new one. Bro, what is this notepad? This notepad sucks. What? And then this is the old one. Give me a sec, chat. We have technical difficulties. Ah! What I add at the end? Loader. Unlock. Dock. Sure. What the fuck is going on? Oh my god, I'm already mad. I'm already molding. I don't know why this is not working. Why can't I see? Why can I not see? Why are these entirely two different things? Yeah, good mood to start the fucking tier list in. Yeah, for real. I can't see half the chat. I can't even read the chat. This is great. Nah, this is awesome. I love this. And this notepad sucks, man. What the fuck is this? Can I get one that doesn't fucking, like, cut my screen in half? Hello? This one. Here we go. Okay, no, this sucks too. Bro, why is the dock working like this? Edit dock. Copy. Is it this one I'm copying? Copy this one. Okay, so this is the... Oh, sorry, hold on. This is the one I use. Cool. And I open up this. Grab it here. Click this. Click the overlay. Or do I click this? Is this what I use? Hold on. Oh, I was on the wrong one. Wait, what? If I was doing the wrong one, then why the fuck is... Wait, these look the same. This looks the same. What the fuck was what's different then? How to add black background to OBS. Add at background URL. Okay. So this should work. Hold on. Doc. Oh! Way! I fixed it! Okay! I fixed it, guys. I'm just so good at the game. Alright, I fixed it. Alright, hello everyone, welcome back. Okay, I'm just gonna do this. Hey guys, everyone, welcome to today's tier list video today. Welcome to Limbus Company, guys. Hope you guys are all excited. Hope you're all ready. Today, we're going to be talking about tier lists, baby, and Limbus IDs and Limbus ego. Sorry for being late, guys. I had to walk my dog to the park. Yeah, my bad. I didn't even know where that dog came from. So, yeah, it's not even mine. In fact, I didn't even... Maybe there wasn't even a dog. I don't even think it was a dog. Anyway, what are we doing today? Well, number one, we have... Let me show you guys. I'm showing you an example. Woo! Woo! Yeah, look at that. Look at all this. This is all updated, by the way. As you can see, we have the Arknight egos down here. Okay, so we have Arknight. Walk the pet fish. Yeah, I had to walk my Ishmael. My bad. So, and we have every ID in the game. And ego. And I'm gonna, and let me explain to you the categories. So we have number one at the bottom, man. All right. Man category is like, when you know, you have the car, and just go, man. Like, just, man. have a link. Yeah, this is not... I did not make this. I should very clearly state this down. I did not make this. I just found it off the tier list maker, so... Yeah. How objective this is going to be. I'm going to genuinely try and genuinely give my, like, actual thoughts. Like, no glaze. Right? But, like, I will be glazing. Can females go with the man? Yeah, because in this context, man is neutral. Okay? Then we have good. Good is good. Good is good. There is no issues with good. Where is high straight tier? Well, that's the glazed tier. We have good. So good is good. There's nothing wrong with good, and there's no bad in being good. Next, we have amazing. That's right. We have the amazing tier. Now, amazing, I'm talking like, wow, that's amazing. But what's the difference between amazing and modern day Limbus standard? So the modern day Limbus standard, I'm talking like it is absolutely chopped to bits with like everything you could ask for, right? Like the modern day Limbus ID, like modern day standard is like damn, right? But these two are not necessarily at odds with each other, right? Like this doesn't necessarily mean it's better than this in this specific instance, but the modern day Limbus standard is like, yeah, that's what I expect. Then you have glaze. Does this account for Team Vacuum? This accounts for everything. So we're gonna look, I will look at it in like everything, like for instance, Z-Tune, we'll be looking at her with like the pack, her with like her passives and stuff like that. Obviously it's rated ID to ID, but the fact is team comp does play a part in it. But mostly will just be the IDs themselves and like whatever affiliations they have. Glaze is glaze. Okay? Glaze is even further beyond. Okay? Because there are modern day standards, and then this is to go even further beyond. An example of glaze would be like full stop offers Honglu is like a glaze. What's a modern day Limbus standard would most likely be like Ring Sang. Distract you? I'm sorry. No, alright, we're gonna start immediately with Yisang. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. I have pretty much played every single ID on this list. Except the base IDs. So, unfortunately, starting this off, I don't really know much about the base IDs. It's been literal years since I've used the base IDs. He is old, but remember, modern day Limbus standard doesn't necessarily mean it has to be in the modern day. It just means that in correlation to everything else that exists, that is like the standard. Another example would be like our Corp Heathcliff. He is like a modern day Limbus standard. So Yisang. Oh, let me load this in. Luckily, I got the wiki here. So I guess we can look at Yisang. I mean, I'm not going to do this for every ID. But, let's see. He's got sinking. He's got a little bit of sinking. Okay. He's got sinking. Dude, okay. High key, though. His numbers are kind of doo-doo. But... wait, that's like an OP-ass third hit coin, though. On hit, if target is below 0 SP, inflict fragile. Ooh. Damn. That's not bad. I think that's going to have to go in glazed here. Alright. Faust. Well, she's very mouse, so she's going to go in glazed here. Don Quixote. She'll go in glazed here. Ryoshu, if I don't put her in glazed here, she's going to kill me. Mersol, I think that's fair. I think we put that in glazed here. I think he's pretty glaze worthy. Honglu. He's rich, so he can get me assassinated. Heathcliff, he's British, so he goes in glazed here. Fishmail, she's a fish. Fish are breathe underwater. She goes into glazed here. Rodion, she's fat. She goes into glazed here. Sinclair, he goes into man tier. Otis, she's pretty, so she goes in the glazed here. Gregor's the goat. He goes in glazed here. And okay, now we can talk about the actual real ID. So now, let's start with Zwei Sinclair. So genuinely Zwei Sinclair. Let's have a think here. Like, no, don't do my more like that. Okay, my bad. All right. So I'm kidding. He can Golden Glazed here. Okay. So now that we have that established, Sinclair Slender. Train Sinclair. Okay, yeah, my bad. This is Train Sinclair. So Train Sinclair goes at the front here. If I had to order this, it would be like, probably like this. Oh wait, like Ryoshu, Sinclair at the front because he's trained. Ryoshu, Otis. Who else is strong? I think Mersault after this. We're gonna do this in the Limbus power order. In the power order, I don't remember what the power order was. I think it was. Is this correct so far? I don't actually remember how strong everyone is. I don't actually remember how strong Rodion was. I know she's not at the... This? Maybe? I think that's the like... that's like the, Donkey strong? Oh yeah, she's like up here too. Is she above Otis? She might be above Otis. Don is first, then Ryoshu? Oh, okay. Don, Ryoshu, Otis, Mersault. Yisang at the front. Yisang. So that's, yeah, so Sinclair, obviously, because he's trained. Trained Sinclair. Don Quixote. We have Ryoshu, Otis, Mersault, Honglu, Faust. I don't remember if Faust is here or there. That's true, he was the outcast. So he'll go, like, back here. Right. Alright. Okay, now let's actually talk about being real. So, Zwei Sinclair, genuinely Zwei Sinclair. Okay, so, like, a few of these IDs, I gotta, like, obviously open these up so we can, like, actually discuss this. So, like, what is Zwei Sinclair's purpose in life? His purpose is to tank damage. Right, he's a 2-star. So, 2-stars are always at a bit of a impasse comparative to 3-stars. Rodion knocks out Heathcliff, therefore she's higher than Heathcliff. Alright, I'll fix that, my bad. So, his purpose in life is to tank damage, right? Like, that's his goal. Is he good at it? I mean, he does get a lot of protection. That's, like, not bad. He does have a lot... He has 256 HP. Also, I'm not going to do this for everyone. He does have a really goated support passive. Skill 1 is a 10, which is a little low, but he does get 2 protection on Clash Lose. So theoretically, this is like there's like a genuine reason, like why wouldn't you block? You could gain 2 protection. So technically, you could have him block with skill 1. Skill 2, really bad numbers, but I mean it's a 2-star, so yeah, it is what it is. But if you Clash Lose, you inflict Tremor. I mean, he has damage down, that's fine, I guess. On you, skill protection to ally with the least HP. I mean, like, that's cool. Next turn. Tremor Burst, gain 2 protection next turn, and then Blunt Fragility. So, I mean, like, the skill 3 is not bad. And it rolls high. It is a 20. Yeah. What is it? At start of the combat, 2 defense power up and protection to allies adjacent to this unit. So, he's like... He's probably in the man tier. He's either man... I don't know if he's good. Genuinely. I really don't know if he's... I mean, like... I think... I'm gonna be, like... optimistic, right? I think if you ignored everything in his kit except skill 3... That's pretty good. Like, his skill 3 is pretty good. I would even argue skill 2 is actually not bad. It's just the fact that it has, like, no coin power. A little bit of conditionals wouldn't help him, but I'll leave him in man for now. We might upgrade him. You never know. Now, Zweirodion. So Zweirodion's funny because Zweirodion is, like, a bit confusing. Not because I wouldn't... Okay, let's just go to Rodion. So, we kind of got, a fucked up, like, poised shield. Which is, like, interesting. The benefit, however, is that she has a better S2. But also she inflicts fragility. So, like, that's kind of goated. She does have no potency, which means that she always has a 5% chance to crit. Because the way that poise works is it's X plus 5 times 5. So she always has a, oh no, she has a, yeah, so she always has a 5% chance to crit. Which makes it a little bit scary, considering the fact that she needs to crit on her skill 3. So, I'm not even gonna lie to you, no meme. If skill 2, high key. If skill 1 was poise potency instead of count, and skill 2 was the one that gave her count, I actually think she'd be viable. I'm not even gonna meme with you. I think if this was poise potency, and instead of count, like keep this as count. Like, this is the best thing about her. But if I had to choose between her or Sinclair, I'd rather Sinclair. So she's gonna go buff Sinclair. The person on the left, oh no, I guess, yeah. The person on the left is technically better, so. That is, yeah, she's not, it's unique. She gets, like, protection and shield and stuff, which is, like, cool. She's got unique stuff, but unfortunately, this is the fate of the 2 stars. Now, however, Zweiffaust, I'm not even gonna lie to you, I actually think Zweiffaust is amazing. Now, unlike the other 2, I actually think Zweiffaust is amazing. Zweiffaust, high key, a little bit of a sleeper OP. First of all, she's got a general skill 1. Not bad. Right? I'm gonna kill you. First of all, skill 1, it's whatever. The fact is, it rolls 11. W. She gets defense level up next turn. Cool, whatever. Then the skill 2, okay, hold on. She gets Clash power up, finally a conditional. Right, so she gets a conditional, which means she can actually clash with modern day. W. Defense level up, applied for defense level up, dude. 3 times per turn? Oh my god. S1 rolls above 8. This is actually rolling. Right? Like, look at that defense level. The hooking rolls. And then the skill 3 is crazy. But, like, look at the skill 3, though. Like, wait a minute. 16 rolling skill 3. She gets coin power, which turns it into a 21. She heals. Don't know why she heals HP on the Clash one, but she heals. And she applies haste and defense up to lowest HP allies. So, like, decent buffer. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I think her defense gets aggro, too. Good defense, 18. Like, not bad. I would unironically run her. Obviously, she gives defense level up as a passive, which, I mean, look, defense level up, free damage taken. I think she's amazing. I think you could run this perfectly fine and not have any problems. The math ain't mathing. Yeah, don't worry about it. Just agree with me on that. Just don't worry about it. I'll put her in good. She's like on the edge of amazing. She's like right. If I could put her like right here, I would. I'll keep her in amazing for now. Zweigregor, dude, amazing. I said I wasn't gonna do this for every character, but I guess we will do this for like everyone. Zweigregor, dude. Zweigregor, he's amazing. Would I call him the modern day Limbus? I don't think he's the modern day Limbus, but I definitely think he's amazing. Right? First of all, shield, haste, defense. The rolling's a little, how you doing, you know? 10, but it's like whatever, you know? He gets shield, he can tank. Skill 2, hold on. Aggro, defense level up, 4 coin, flash power, damage. Okay, he's starting to get up there. You know? And he does roll, he rolls. Why is it white? That's just because of dark mode. And then the skill 3, dude. Now, the skill 3 is actually crazy. First of all, defense power up to all allies, including level up. Coin power. He gets 3 coin power, dude. Max 3 coin power for defense level up. Dude, he gets it like candy. Look at that. He literally gets defensive like candy. It's a sick. Dude, he gets 3 coin power. And he does 50% damage. And he also applies defense level up. And also he gets defense level up. And he gets defense level up. And he gets shield. And it's high. Like, this is not bad. Like, you can take this into the modern day. Amazing. Does it say let's put the best at the top and worst at the bottom? Yeah, so this would be the best and this would be the worst. Zwei Ishmael, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think she's glaze-worthy. I kind of do think she's glaze-worthy. I'm gonna leave her in modern day standard for now. I'm not gonna look at her because I already know what she does. I think she's got modern day limit. I think she has modern day numbers. The question is, do I put her in glaze? She's pretty glaze-worthy. Like, she is really freaking glaze-worthy. She definitely is a contender into the glaze category. That's why Ish is not in glaze. No. I think I was just leaving her in there to think on it. Like, she's got great damage. An amazing passive. Amazing gimmick. She pretty much is kind of OP. She also prevents herself from being staggered. She is genuinely probably one of the top 3 best tanks in the game. That is kind of deserving of glaze. Alright, so why Sinclair? He goes in, So why Sinclair is the gimmick of, the character, but lessened. He is the 2-star. Do I prefer him over would I run Zwei Sinclair? I actually think Zwei Sinclair is good. I think he's good. I don't think he's bad. Do I prefer Faust? I think I'd do this. I think he's good. I don't think he's bad. He does have low numbers, fair enough, but he's a 2-star. But he does pretty much do the same. Like, he buffs Ishmael. Right? You can get turn staggered? I would say he's definitely. I wouldn't say he's man tier. He actually does good. Like because you gotta understand, he is supposed to be a support. He's not like a tank. He is more like a support, right? He buffs Ishmael. He buffs Zweigregor, right? I would not put him to solo carry. He is there to solo support. Like he does really good buffs. Fishmail. Chi. I think Fishmail She is amazing. I think if you actually could crit with her and get her conditionals, I think she's actually not bad. I would put her in amazing. Maybe good in like the future. It's underwhelming in the like, yeah, kinda. Think about it. In the era of unbreakable coins, Ishmael's value, her stock, has only ever gone up. Now, the problem is, you're using her over other characters, but besides the point, like, what does she offer? She's got a 4 coin. That thing hurts like hell. You do need to be under 50% HP. And I'll sub. I mean, okay, look, don't worry, we'll get there. Maybe I just put her at the top of good. She's the 13th base center. I might leave her at the top of good for now. And we'll see. I might come back around to it. Shidon? I definitely will say... Dude, Shidon's got numbers, dude. That's kind of the thing, dude. Shidon's got numbers. The problem is her damage. Would I rate her higher than Ishmael? I might. I think I don't know, man. I might put her in amazing. You know what? Let's get the facts straight. Let's get the facts. Let's look at Shidon. Why isn't it banana? Because the banana meme is dead. Boys. Like, dude, she's got good numbers, man. Plus this is like crazy. Good Wrath Resin. She's fast. She's not bad at all. Of course, you don't get that, like, and her conditional is not like that, like, this is not that important. She has no count. That makes it a little hard. I think I would put her higher than Ishmael. I think I will. Because if I look at she Ishmael. Ishmael. This is fine. This is good. I mean, it's got, you know, standard coin. This is OP when you get the conditional, but you have to be under 50%. And the skill 3 does do damage. If I could put them on the same tier, I would. Which I think I will. What are we basing this on? I don't know, just in general. Heathcliff? I actually think Heathcliff is better than... would I say he's the worst she? I don't know if he's the worst she. I mean, like, he's kind of the GOAT, dude. He is free. I will adjust my opinions of this. I kind of like she Heathcliff. I do kind of like she Heathcliff. She Heathcliff kind of got that dog in him. He kind of, like, wants to be the tank. 10 coin. The only thing about him is that, like, he doesn't do that much damage. His skill 3 is where he does his damage. He does have attack weight. And he has power. And he gets 50% damage. So, I actually think I'm gonna rank him higher than Dawn. I'll leave it like this. He does have a 15S too. I know, they're all good. The position of these are, like, all interchangeable. Like, you could do this, you could do this, you could do this. I feel like it's preference. I'll leave it like this for now until I change it. Sync Otis, now I'm not even gonna lie to you, Sync Otis is modern day. Sync Otis is 100% modern day Limbus sound. Now, why is Sync Otis not in glazed here? The reason Sync Otis is not in glazed here is because she's not a 3-star. Okay? That's the only reason. Sync Otis, genuinely, the only reason she's not in glazed here is because that the Limbus themselves do not recognize her as a 3-star, which is absolutely insane to me. Because I'm not even gonna lie to you, if you just put an extra, think right here, put an extra one right there, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Identities in Limbus. What do identities do? Identities are like the cards you put on. She pretty much has 000 numbers, but according to the game, she's not a 3-star. Sync Dawn. She's amazing. She's good. She has high number. She has a funny clap. I would actually put her probably better than Gregor. But yes, I would say Sync Otis is most likely better than Sync Dawn. But Sync Dawn is amazing. She might as well be a 3-star. There's going to be a lot of characters. So we'll if you don't like the position of a character, don't worry. We'll be adjusting them as we go along. The only reason Sync Dawn is in here is strictly because, well, there's other Dawn. Sync Otis is modern day. Guys, modern day Limbus standard is a pretty big, like, how optimistic? I'm feeling quite optimistic. I will say, she does have, like, the best evade gimmick. But I will say, we might promote her. We'll see. Sinclair, I actually think Sinclair is, like, a modern day standard. Do I think he's glazed here? If he's glazed here, so is Otis. He could solo Lei Hang. True. Doing it 3 hours? I will. I might put these 2 in glazed here. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But for now, I'm gonna leave these 2 there. Sigma Assault, he's a modern day. Probably, do I think he's higher than Sinclair? Probably like this. I think Sinclair is probably just flat out. I do like, do I think Sigma Assault is stronger than Sinclair? I'll leave him there. I think that's fine with that. Sync Dawn, I might put her in glaze. Now, dude, no meme. This Sync Dawn is, like, crazy. Like, yeah, Smoke Soul's great. Dude, this Sync Dawn's crazy. This Sync Dawn is all of these syncs combined. And even more powerful. Like, she doesn't say. She's got pretty much his focus attack. I mean, like, the best thing about Mersault is that he has the focus attack. He's a better focus attack than Sinclair. I'm not accounting in their, like, egos and stuff. I'm just going off the IDs. Yeah, the S3 does reuse. So, I might put them in glaze. But for now, we'll just hold on to it. Also, I'm going to move the IDs. Hold on, I'm going to add a bottom row. Make it, like, black. Make this, like, all gray. Base. Because I can't rank the base IDs. I'll keep them in their order, though. So they'll keep the order, but I need to clear the clutter so I can, like, actually look at it. There we go. There we go. Much better. So far, I'm happy with this. I'm happy with this so far. Let's move on. Liu Gregor. I'll put Liu Gregor in amazing. Justice for Sync Assault. Look, again, I can change. The S3 reuses only on kill, guys. The S3 reuses is only on kill. Look, I can bring you the receipts, guys. You want the receipts? Look. Don't get me wrong. He's really good. I'm not saying he's not good, but look. You have to kill on the third coin. Or break apart. That is... you can do it. It's not undoable. And he does a lot of damage, and his focus attack is probably the best focus attack in the game. I mean, look at that. Right? Or part destroy on the last coin. Yeah, but it has to be the last coin. If this coin, which is the last coin. Right? It is a harder conditional, and it's doable, and he does a lot of damage. He's on the cusp of glaze. Again, I might change it. Liu Gregor seems kind of high. Dude, Liu Gregor is goated. I would argue Liu Gregor is was probably like top 4. Liu Gregor is better than Zwei. Liu Gregor better than Zwei? Nah, I think Zwei's better. He does a bajillion damage? Yeah, that's why he's in the top of modern day Limbus standard. And he doesn't ruin the stack, true. Liu Gregor is the GOAT. Liu Gregor is like, if I have a Liu on my team, I want Gregor on my team. He's got the fucking perfected Flurry of Death Fist, dude. He's got coins. He's got Burn Inflict. Why would I not want him? He's got everything. And then he gets buffed with damage conditionals too from the Liu squad. Mersault. I don't actually think Mersault's bad. I'd put him at the top of goods here. You can barely clash. Well, when he's on the Liu team, I'll put him at the top of good. I think I would prefer Liu Greg out of everyone here. Mersault has perfect death fist? I don't know. Liu Greg is washed. Hell no. I ran Liu Gregor on the Arknights collab, guys, and let me tell you, Liu Gregor was doing numbers to the fucking Arknights bosses, bro. Alright, let me tell you, those sea monsters were getting fucking cooked. Now, we'll talk about Fire Fist when we get there. I actually don't think Honglu's that bad, too. Actually, I think Honglu's on probably like right here. A lot of people don't like Honglu. I actually don't think it's bad. I have no problem with Honglu. I guess the only thing about him is that, like, maybe his coins are a little, like, his damage is a little low, but, like, he has great count. He's good. He generates SP faster, so he's like a clasher. Like, I have no problem with this. I think Liu Greg is probably better, though. But, like, it's either here or here. I'm gonna keep him here. Fishmail? Again, I might change these. We'll see. Fishy Ishi? Is Liu Fishmail amazing? I mean, I do like... She has low coins, like, power. But that's kind of on purpose, because she's supposed to give it to herself. I always just struggle a lot to use it, but I guess if Gregor is up here, then that means that she is amazing. I will, however, say this. That Liu Ryoshu is above Ishmael. Who he moves White Gregor up to Glaze. And I think Liu Roja is probably above White Gregor. Actually, I would argue that she's at the top. Yeah, she does get coin boost. I guess if you wanted to put Gregor down here because he's a 3-star. He's a 2-star. Like, 2-stars are just naturally weaker, except Ryoshu. I think I like this. When I put Ishmael, I'd probably put Ishmael like up here. Let me adjust this real quick. Why is Liu Ryoshu so high? Dude, Liu Ryoshu is absolutely cracked. 100%. No. Hold on. Let me adjust this. Let me think. Out of Synced On or... I think Synced On here. Gregor here is fine. I think I'll put... You can stay here, because you're a 2-star. A Luck 20 would be a lot better. True. I think I would rather her as Y in this instance and Sync, but I think Synced On takes the cake over her. Are we doing MD today? No. We're doing thing. Okay, but then we have Liu Yusang, and I think Liu Yusang is easily glazed here. So we have Liu Yusang. Liu Yusang's glazed. Either glaze or modern day standard. I'm willing to put him in glaze, but I can put him in modern day standard. I don't know, man. He might be glaze worthy. He's kind of freaking good, dude. He's kind of really freaking good. I'm kind of tempted to leave him in glazed here. If I'm going to put him in glaze, I guess I'll put Masol in glaze. We'll do this then. If I'm going to put him in glaze, I'll put them in glaze. I think he is better than Sinkahode. Do I think he's better than Sinkahode? I pick up at their kits. I will try, but I will literally be here forever. Leah Rhodia is good as she's on modern day standard. I actually kind of agree. Actually, I think I do agree with that. I think I will put her on modern day Limbus standard. I think he's better. I think Synchro Salt and I think she goes above Synchro Salt though. Because she has his gimmick, but higher coins. 7 Association Yisang. I actually think 7 Association Yisang is amazing. I actually think he's quite amazing. I'll leave him at bottom of amazing. Why do I think he's amazing? He has really good status infliction, paralyze. He got fragile. He got pierce fragility. Yeah, okay. The only things is like damage, but he has good clash. Not like he has bad clash. I actually do think he definitely deserves the spot. I would rather him than, I guess, using these guys. 7 Ryoshu. I think she goes the same here because she's the exact same thing as probably like this. I think these are interchangeable. I'll probably put her right here. I personally prefer 7 Yisang to Ryoshu. I guess Ryoshu, if you want to go for like pure DPS, right? I personally prefer Yisang, but you could argue this or this. It's either or. 7 Godus. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. People say that 7 Godus is a bit doo-doo water, but I actually think 7 Godus is quite amazing. I would argue her right next to, if not right behind, Gregor. Mechanics support passives for tier 4. I'm kind of just generalizing because I would be here forever if I counted everything. But yeah, I'm kind of generalizing everything. I actually think 7 Otis is really good. I think she's amazing. I don't think she's bad. I don't think I think the fact that her gimmick of like nerfing the enemy is like super underrated. And I think weakness analyze is strong. So I have no problem with this. I would rather her than everyone else. What makes 7 Yisang good? He's got a lot of status infliction. Like paralyze, fragile, pierce fragility. And it's not like a minor, like it adds up a lot. 7 Heathcliff, however, guys, I'm not gonna lie to you, modern day standard. 7 Heathcliff is definitely modern day standard. He's got numbers that rival today. He's got infliction that rivals today. He's got good support passive and passive that rivals today. I'll put him right below Roja. I think Roja's probably... I think Roja's naturally better because of just the fact that she is a 3-star. But like between Sync and that, yeah. Is there a reason to use non-clashable counter over storm skills? A non-clashable counter. Yeah, sometimes if you need like to take the aggro or something, like over someone else. Really good. I think he definitely deserves here. 7 Faust. I think 7 Faust is pretty much modern standard. Maybe she goes amazing. No, I'd argue that she... Oh... She's really good, man. I guess I can put her right here. Do I think she's worse than Heathcliff? You know what? I'm gonna have to consult the wiki. I'm gonna have to consult this for this. I'm gonna have to consult the Wikipedia for this one. She's got a standard skill 1, good skill 2. I mean, she's got good clash. She has reckless analyze. She does more damage, up to 50%. She gets count. Stagger slash power. I mean, she's not bad at all. She gets poise. I would argue she's got a good support passive. Yeah, that is true. Guarantees are guaranteed as well. What is poise doing there? She wants to be special. I'll put her on the modern day standard. I'll put her right here. Do I think she's better? Do I think Heathcliff's better than her? I do think so. Liu Ishmael, I can agree with that. I think she would be at the top. I think she'd be at the top here. I think Synced On. I think she beats Synced On. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm kind of tempted to leave her here. But I'll leave her here for now until my you know, someone else picks. All right, Deviat Roja. No bias, by the way. 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 I'll put it right here. All right. Why is Deviat Roja so busted? So, she just gets free things. That's kind of like her gimmick. She kind of gets everything for free. And I'll look at her kit so I can show you guys what I mean by this. Because the first thing people will be like, she's got no count. She's got no count. She's got no count. Okay, you know what she does have though? Look at this. She's got Courier Trunk, which gives her permanent clash up, permanent min speed, permanent slash damage. So skill 1's whatever. You use this just to build up the courier. Skill 2? Are you like defensive down, guys? What, you're using a rupture team? Anyway, all of this, she's got the damage though. I mean, look at that. 40% damage, 2 coin power, 15-3. Like, this just hurts. This is, you use skill 1 purely to build up courier. This is your DPS move. This is the goddamn golden goose, okay? 80% up. Coin power +2. 15-3. Free rupture count plus 2 more. So she inflicts 5 rupture count. And free haste. Oh, and by the way, yes, it reuses. As you can see, reuse the last coin. So, damn. She just murks you. Also, she's a really good tank. Like, she is just a really good tank. Like, if anything, I would argue the fact that, like, what's the word? I would argue the fact that she's, like, much more of, like, a generalist. She kind of reminds me of what, like, Reap Ryoshu is. I'm not, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I don't put her in glaze, but maybe I put her at the top of modern standard. I don't know, though. I personally glaze Rodion. I think I'm going to leave her in glaze because I personally think she's glaze worthy. But we might adjust it. Speaking of Sinclair, I actually completely agree. Oh. I think he's also hella glazed. I actually think these two are glaze worthy. I think Deviat is better than Sinclair. This is where the controversy begins. This is where the controversy begins. Deviat or High Show? I'll explain that when we get to High Show, because High Show definitely goes in the glazed here. Let me explain. Deviat Sinclair. Okay? Is everything Rodion... In fact, I think I might do this. Deviat Sinclair is everything Rodion is. but more. The only thing that Sinclair doesn't have better than Rodion is a 15-3 conditional. But if you ignore the... Okay, so let's be... I'm going to compare this. First of all, skill 1, good numbers, good coin power. It's +1 at 15 count, neutral, normal. Okay? Skill 2, inflicts 4 rupture count at his 15 trunk conditional. Also good clashing. Skill 3, the only difference is that he does not inflict as much count on the skill 3. But instead, look at all the rupture. Look at that potency, by the way. I'm sorry, do I see fucking 7 potency on his skill 3? The only thing that holds him back is his condition, is his 15-3 conditional. Unironically, that's it. Also, he has 120% damage on skill 3. Like, what the fuck? He might have less damage overall, but like he also inflicts 4 count. He has the same, obviously the same tanking passive as whatever. And the only thing that holds him back, I genuinely think, is this is 15-3 conditional. That's why I think it puts him above Rodion. But like, maybe not. You could argue this. And you could also argue this. This is also arguable right here. Like you if you don't want to glaze them because they don't, if you think, okay, if you treat glaze as the perfect ID with 0 flaws whatsoever, I would put them both down here. Okay? If we're gonna treat glaze as like Kim Ji-hoon's child, right? Never get the synergy with basic code, true. If we're gonna treat glaze as like Kim Ji-hoon's firstborn, I can do this. This is perfectly fine. But in my heart, I put them in glaze tier. Now, Dieci Roja, I also do think she fits obviously in the modern day. But I do think that Dieci Roja, she's not falling off. I'm not going to say she's falling off, but she's definitely starting to struggle. I need another fatigue tank is so powerful. Does he have any ideas that give tremor passive replication? Wi-Fi, I think. So I love 15-3. I love Roja. Especially Dieci Roja. We're going to talk about this. But I do think that as we go on, she is starting to struggle a little bit. Specifically, not really having much besides clash power. She does get coin power on the skill 3. Like, she's strong. She hurts a lot. She's got great sinking. I don't think she's bad at all. I think I would put her right here. I think the Deviats are stronger than her. But I will tell you this, in stuff like threads or in stuff like XP nodes or like doing long battle or like short battles, she does fall off a little bit more than these two. Just a little bit. But she's still a modern day Limbus standard. What are the tiers? We have Glaze, which is Kim Ji-hoon's child, modern day Limbus standard, which means like pretty much like what the modern day, you know, you can use in the modern day. Amazing, which is like maybe not entirely the like modern day, but still incredibly useful and you can still use them. Good, which is like anyone's good, and then the man tier, which is man. She does get a Limbillion shield. That's why she's like, I mean, she's like third. She's like the third on the tier. But the thing is, I think Deviat gets more practical shield. Here's the thing, right? Let me explain my reasoning. So, Dieci gets like a gazillion shield, right? But Deviat gets like enough shield for it to matter, and that's about it. Like, she doesn't get over amount of shield. They're like, oh, well, why would you care if you get an over amount of shield? Well, it's kind of like, you know, if I want to drink milk, I'm only going to pour myself half a glass of milk and then drink it. I don't want Dieci Rodion to pour me 2 glasses of milk, and then I'm not going to drink that much. I don't need that much milk, right? Like, I only need half a glass of milk, which is what Deviat does. Deviat pours me that half a glass, and I'm like, mwah. Now, obviously, if you want to pure tank it and just block everything, yeah, she's definitely better. Dieci Yisang, I actually think Dieci Yisang's amazing. I think Dieci Yisang is hella underrated. In fact, I'm gonna put his ass right on here. 2 glasses. I'll drink 2 glasses of her. Rodion's milk. Guys, something freaking weird. Okay, I actually think Dieci Yisang's great. I want her milk. You guys are freaks, you know that? I actually think Dieci Yisang's great. Dieci Yisang, unironically, might be one of the most sleeper IDs in the game. Now, why is this? Okay, let me explain to you my crackpot theory as to why this is. Dieci Yisang is in a unique position where he is like, kind of like a goat if he goes first. Hear me out. All right? If he goes first, okay, he kind of has that dog in him. What do I mean by this? So let's just look at first of all, let's look at skill 1. He's got, okay, you know what? It's standard. It's not anything, you know. He gets a bit of coin power, he lowers the stagger, whatever. It's whatever. Skill 2? Okay, hold on. It's a little low on coin power, yeah. It's a little low on the clash, but he does inflict sinking equal to insight, and you can get 3 insight. So he has 6 sinking. That's not bad. But then we get to the skill 3. And now you're like, oh my god, dude, he has literally no coin powers. True. But you know what he does have? He's got 3 sinking count on the last skill. And his passive. When attacked, inflict sinking on the attacker. While attacked with shield, inflict more sinking. So, hear me out with like the most optimal strategy ever. Here's what you want with Dieci Yisang. You want to go first with Dieci Yisang. Okay? Win the clash with skill 3. Like, let's assume you're fighting like Telepole. And all of Telepole's body parts are even. You have Dieci Yisang first, right? Which he can kind of do. He's at 4-6. He wins with skill 3. He ends the coin with 3 count. Then he gets unopposed when he has his passive. And inflicts up to freaking 1,000,000 sinking. Now all of a sudden you start the fight with Yisang having inflicted like 6-3 sinking on them. For no reason. And that is like his best, that's his best use right there. That is like, that's how you use him. Everything else is like a bonus. Like the skill 2 is a bonus. No, you just, when you're attacked. Like I'm saying, if you're being, like you let an attack hit you. Right? Because he gets aggro. So you can generate aggro. Right? Generate aggro, save a skill 3. Use the skill 3 on the first one. Going to sleep now. I'll think about it. Okay, realistically, he's more like here. Why use them? Yeah, he goes at the top of good too. I think he probably like here. I'll put him like here. I think he does actually go above everyone else here. Maybe not Mersault. I'll put him like here. I'll put him above Honglu. I'll put him like here. I'll put the Lius above him. Just because the Lius have a lot of easier time hitting their like stuff, I'll put him like right here. As I said, my opinion changes as I think about it. Dieci Honglu, I think he's probably modern day Limbus standard. I think Dieci Honglu definitely goes like right freaking here. Right here. Don't separate the trio. Do I think he's better than Sync Salt, dude? Ooh. Do I think Rodion's better than Sync Salt? Dude, Sync Salt's kind of goated, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I might have to do this. He glaze. He is definitely like close to glazed here. He's definitely close to glazed here. I think I'm gonna move Sync Salt up and then put Rodion in it. I think I might actually. I do think he's stronger than Rodion. No meme. I actually think he's stronger than Rodion. Because why not? Yeah, I think he's better. I think this is good. I think I'm fine with this. Speaking of glaze, now I genuinely think Dieci Mersault. This is where the controversy hits. I think he's actually better than Sinclair. Maybe not Sinclair. Maybe he's like on the same tier as Sinclair. Either this or this. I actually think Dieci Mersault's goated, and I'm gonna whip out receipts for this. Dieci Mersault hella slept on for the fact that it's like he's got like a bit of a wacky gimmick. But hold on, let me cook. First things first. He gets whatever clash power. You know? It is what it is. Sinking count, he's neutral in skill 1. Okay, not bad. Not bad. He's got this irritation buff, which only is really gonna matter to the discard units, but like, let's think about that. He's a team leader, right? Skill 2, okay, hold on. He's got a little bit of kick to it. You can give him, you can inflict 6 sinking. Okay, now remember, he gets more, he can generate more insight, but we'll leave that to there. 6 sinking, he's got good coin power. Not bad at all. Skill 3. Okay. Now he's kind of cooking a little bit. Because let me explain on the skill 3. First of all, he gets 45% flat damage, W. Coin power, very easy conditional. Then you do his erudition gimmick. Now remember, you get insight equal to the erudition. You deep his gut. Yeah, you kind of do his gimmick to like, you want to make sure he has that. You want to make sure he has that. So here's the thing. Boom. You get that massive insight. He resets his value, which is insane, by the way. And then he hits the 50-50, right? Now, this is why did I write Mercel so high? He's got gambling in his kit. He gambles in his kit. Is that not OP? That's like that. Every Limbus player loves gambling. Right? That's OP. Nah, in reality, in reality, Mercel's like probably like right. I actually think he's better than Rodion. So I think he's better than Honglu. Probably not. I had a win rates here. Weefy Heathcliff. All right, I'm gonna put my public opinion on here. I actually think Weefy Heathcliff's goated. I think Weefy Heathcliff probably goes right here. What is the argument? He gambles. He goes. He's better than Rodion. I actually think he's better than Rodion. He's not better than Rodion. He's definitely better than Rodion. I mean, interchangeable. Interchangeable. You can swap them out. You won't really tell the difference. I do think Weefy Heathcliff, though. I actually think Weefy Heathcliff is super slopped on. He has no Tremor Burst. Well, he does have a Tremor Burst, actually. Weefy Heathcliff is kind of like... If there was an old Limbus standard, I would put him in that tier. He actually does have a Tremor Burst. It's in his passive. Which is really funny. So if he converts to Decay, he triggers Tremor Burst. So why do I think Weefy Heathcliff is strong? First of all, he has a permanent 30% damage increase. Like, that's not bad. Second, skill 1. 2 coin power, 2 count, it's whatever, it's fine. He just inflicts tremor. He's a far too superior tank. Yeah, but I think Mercel does more damage. The thing about Weepy Heathcliff is, dude, he just inflicts tremor on you. Like, he just does, like, yeah, I'm gonna inflict tremor. He doesn't do anything fancy. He doesn't need to. And I do think Tremor Decay, even though Reverb is simply better in every single way, I actually still think Decay is literally, like, top 2. Because just because it's technically more optimal to Reverb 99, right? The thing is, hitting the Decay is, remember, it's an amplitude conversion, right? So it's permanent, right? This is a conversion. So conversion means it's permanent. You are permanently, I don't even remember how much, it's what? For every 4 potency on self, lose 1 defense level down. How much is that again? So hold on, we go 99 divided by 4. 24 defense level down. That's insane. Only comes from S3, yeah, but by the time you have 20, like, potency on the target, it's gonna be like that. And then he also does damage, so, like, he ends up doing some damage. I mean, like, yeah, he's got a little bit of low coins. That's why he's not too high up. I'll put Rodion higher. I think, look, here's how I'll do it. Honglu at the top, Rodion in the middle, Mercel at the bottom, Sync, I mean, I could swap these two. We'll leave Otis up here for the glaze. It's like 4 fragile. I like the voice lines. Yeah, like he definitely deserves. He's definitely higher than Amazing. Garden of Thorns at S tier. Shit, do I actually think he's a standard? Actually, I'll put him here. I'll put him at the top of Amazing tier. I think there's a difference between modern day standard and amazing. I think in hindsight, 7 Heathcliff does more than Wi-Fi does, but Wi-Fi has like one of the best statuses in the game. So I'll leave him in amazing. Next is Rabbit Heathcliff. Okay, Rabbit Heathcliff, this is very easy. Rabbit Heathcliff is fucking up here. Probably like right. Might be Glazeworthy. I'll put him in Glazeworthy. I'll put him right at the bottom of Glazeworthy. Rabbit Heathcliff? Shush. Alright, what is Rabbit Heathcliff? Yeah, he does, like, bleed, whatever. Yeah, he has rupture, whatever. Yeah, he does charge, whatever. 4 fragile. Blaze for nostalgia. I don't know, man. 3 defense down is about 1 fragile? Yeah, he does a lot, then. He's kind of goated, man. He's kind of goated, but like, however, we have to be different. Is he really still as goated as he is today? Kinda. Is 4 fragile really gonna put him above Deviat Rodion? I don't actually think so. I actually think nowadays, are they in order? I have no idea. I think they're in alphabetical. I think he's down here. I think he definitely is not Glazeworthy anymore. I think it's not crazy to assume he's like, he's still great. I think I might even put him above, I don't know if I'll put him above Sinclair. I actually think, I still think the Deviats are above. I don't know, dude. I still think the Deviats are above. He is the go. I'll put him above Sinclair, though. Will I? I'll do this. So why I think is lower than Liu? Yeah, the Liu are way better. I will leave him here. I'll leave him here. I'll put him here. I'll put him right behind Rodion. The only reason is because ammo exists and he will run out of ammo. But I think he's generally goated. Sinclair's goated. Sinclair's insane. I think I'll put him right here. I think out of these two, I can put him right here. I have no problem with this. Next we have rabbit fish. Not rabbit, reindeer fish. Yeah, wait till upside 5. Oh, my bad. Yeah, he's kind of like, he does keywords, don't get me wrong, but he's there for the fragile. You're using him for the skill 3, right? And because you're using him for the skill 3, it puts all the other IDs who, you know, use their other skills with high numbers to the test. Rabbitfish is really good. In fact, rabbitfish is so, reindeerfish is so good. He's freeing to do something. She's in good because it's really hard to get her stuff in normal play. Rabbitfish. I think reindeerfish is probably up here. I would put her maybe above. Yeah. She's really high. The thing is, I think Honglu's. Well, we'll get to Honglu. He's almost there. Don't you worry. We'll get to Honglu. I think Rabbitish was good. Do I put her above Sink's? Dude, Sinclair is like a really good barrier. So I think he's above Sinclair. She's above Sinclair. I might actually put her above Sinclair. She's got super easy conditionals. She's got a really good passive. She's kind of goated with the sauce. It makes it lose 15 for no reason. Well, it's not no reason. She gets 3 attack power. Oh, Zwei West? Zwei West is, the reason that he's lower than the Liu. Zwei West, why is he lower than Liu? Because he's more of a support. That's why. Like, he is a support alongside Zwei Faust. Like, he's got numbers, don't get me wrong. He's got like, modern 2-day numbers. But, like, he buffs Ishmael, and that's about it. You could argue that he goes up, but I'll leave. I might change it. Yeah, if you don't hit anyone, she loses her SP. She loses more SP. I actually think she's goated as fuck. I might even put her above Sinclair. I'll put her above Sinclair. I'm fine with putting her above Sinclair. Bias for the brothers. Maybe I am biased. Rhino Mersol. I might, like, again, I could swap these around. I'll keep her right here. I think Deviat Rojo, though, is probably better. She retreats an ally with S3. Oh, true. Okay. Rhino Mersol. I actually think Rhino Mersol is goated with the source. Isn't based on Glazeworthy? Yeah, he's too powerful. The only... So, like, dude, if you need bleed count, this guy is here. So I think he's better than these two, though. I mean, I don't mind doing this. I don't mind doing this. I still think he's got, like... Well, you can't control? You can control it. I actually think Rhino is very... The fact is, Rhino is hella underrated. Rhino is hella underrated. I actually think he definitely deserves a spot on the top. He deserves a spot on the top. He's got good conditionals, great status infliction. He's tanky. He's got easy gimmicks. And he does his job. And then you have Alu, which I think I might even put above. In fact, I might even make him number 1. Rhino's better than Deer. I think, and this is perhaps another controversial take, our Corp Hong Lu might be one of the most freaking glazed IDs. Our Corp Hong Lu is the first of the modern day IDs that perfect the single coin. Okay, now let me explain. The concentration. In fact, fuck explaining it. Why don't I just show you guys? Because our Corp Hong Lu, first of all, okay, skill 1, he has charge. He has, first of all, he's the potency ID. Potency IDs are just naturally more strong. Okay, look how much damage. Look how much bonuses he has. He gets coin power and 50%. Okay, for free. You know, whatever. Then we get the meat of it, right? We have the mind whip, right? So, he's got the mind whip, you know, it is what it is. He gets sinking count, he does damage, it's cool, he does this, it's like Ishmael. But then you also factor in his passive, by the way, which if you're at 2 charge, which is very easy, you inflict +1 more with every base skill. But, oh, I'm sorry, is he inflicting, oh, what's this? Max 2? He's inflicting 3, 3, 3. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, he's inflicting 9 sinking potency with fucking 2 count? For free? Oh, and not to mention it also deals 25% flat. And he gets attack weight. And he gets an extra 20%. Oh, okay, so the skill's doing 45%. Now, obviously, you have to build the charge up, right? But, like... But then we get to skill 3. Alright. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. And now we get to skill 3. 18. Oh, okay, that's not that bad. What's this? Base power and coin power for every 5 charge. Okay, let's be real. Let's be real. Logically, you're not going to get 5 charge. You most likely get like 3 charge. You know? You most likely get 3 charge. Okay, that's still 3 base power. Oh, what's that? 10 charge count, 4 final power? Oh, okay. Oh, so he's at +7 right now. Oh, that's fine. Oh, I'm sorry. What's this? This skill power times 5. Oh, that's weird. The skill power. That's 150% extra damage. Oh, that's weird. At 3 charge, you deal 20% for... Oh, that's 100 damage. Oh, that's 4 sinking count and potency. The attack way is... Yeah, no, the attack way is for the indiscriminate. The thing is, it's still goated, though. He's kind of goated. Now, in hindsight, will I put him above... I might put him, like, here. I might put... In fact, I might put him in the middle. I think I'm happy with putting him in the middle. I do think he's glazed, though. He has got a ridiculously stacked skill 3. He's got a very strong skill 2. Stronger than Ishmael's. Right? Especially if you reminded yourself that he, like, obviously Ishmael does more raw damage. But he does way more sinking infliction. Again, his skill 2 inflicts can inflict 9 to sinking. Why does he only have 3 charge with 10 charge count? So charge potency is pretty much... Put her in glaze. I could put her in glaze. I actually think she does. You know what? I do think she deserves it. I'll put her like here. Rhino above reindeer. And you no longer gets infiltrated. It is 5 potency. It takes a bit, but you can do it. So every time you consume 10 charge count, you gain a potency. If you're a charge potency ID. I can do this. I don't mind this. This is fine. Next character is W Faust. I think W Faust is amazing. I think she's actually quite amazing. I'll put her right here. Extreme. I tried it with high show and he somehow used 6 coins at 80 power. Oh my god, he's cheating. Am I high? No. I think Irish is insanely good. I think Faust is perfect. I think Faust goes right here. Faust goes right here because I'm not gonna lie to you, the only thing that is holding her back is like damage conditionals. But you know what? She inflicts attack power down and paralyze, I think. Or it's something. Skill 3 effect is pretty much better than Yusang, well, on the same tier as Yusang. So that goes right there. Simple. Doneth Kahode. This man over there. I mean, I'm just like, look, I can put her back. On the middle. Oh, we'll get there, don't you worry. We're almost there. Jesus, we're not even halfway through the IDs. Next is Don Quixote. Glazed here or modern day standard? Now, I gotta not let nostalgia blind us, okay, guys? Nostalgia says Rip Space deserves to be at the top. Right? And don't get me wrong. Her leap is really good. I mean, it does inflict... Okay, never mind. Wait, she's kind of glaze-worthy. Fragile for free? Ooh. Angie's got 16 skill too. Angie gets coin power? Yeah, never mind. She's glaze-worthy. Yeah, she goes right here. I'll put it like right above Basalt. I think she's higher than that. I can put her higher. I can put her like right here. Maybe here. She's very slow. 3-6, I guess. I'll put her like right here. I'll put her right here. I'll put her right here. Useless? No, she can still roll. I mean, just because 3 is... I mean, she still rolls 6. The S1 is kind of ass, but she has Fragile, and she has, like, a gazillion coin power on that skill. So I think she's better than Syncdon. Okay, I think I'm going to put her at the bottom here. I think all of these modern IDs definitely do her job, but better. I think Sync Salt is better than Syncdon. The thing is, Syncdon has Sync Salt gimmick, but she has better coins. I'll put her right here. Mersalt. He's okay. He's good. I'll put him down here. I'll put him at the top. I'll put him at the top of the. I'll put him at the top of good. She could be. She unironically could be right here. I'll leave her here for now. Man. The reason I'm not putting him in man tier is because you can make his gimmick work. All right, that's the and trust me, I am the #1 W Mersalt denier. Okay, I am the #1 denier, but I will admit, inflicting 10 defense level down if you somehow roll the 8 speed, because he is fast. He definitely does. Like, he definitely does something. You know. Up type 4, good. Yeah, we're only counting up type 4s here. I still don't really like this bit of his gimmick. Like, I feel like this part of his gimmick doesn't make sense with the rest of his kit. But I'll put him at the top of good. He is a man. Hong Lu, however, I'm actually going to argue that Hong Lu is, like, definitely an amazing tier. In fact, do I even argue that he might be top of amazing? I actually think W Hong Lu is an incredibly amazing character. W Hong Lu is definitely the most slept on W Corp that's not like the rest of them. Like, standard 1, it doesn't really matter. 2, he gets the charge barrier, which is cool. Makes him a tank. He's like the tank, right? It's okay. It's a 14. Skill 3, charge barrier. Gives charge barrier, decent clash, good haste. I think he's not bad. I'll put him right underneath Zweigrega. Better than Fish? No. I'll put him right here. I'll put him right below Otis. Actually, I'll put him right above Otis. I'll put him right below Zweigrega. He pretty much is like a Zweigrega for the W Corp team. W Corp Ryoshu? Oh, I mean, I guess she goes in Glazed here too, right? I mean, W Corp Ryoshu is pretty much W Dawn, but Ryoshu. And Ryoshu's goated as fuck. So, yeah. So much damage, so much coin conditionals. So much just, oh, like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, she's kind of got that dog in her. Yeah, she's kind of got that dog in her. Yeah, charge barrier is like a shield. But he also it's just got numbers. 9 rolling S1. I mean, yeah, she's got a 9 rolling S1, but she makes it up for having, oh, you know, this. And, this. So, are we taking looks into account? God, no, because I would be cooked. Her passive's whatever. But, definitely these two. Now, if it was up to me, personally, I would actually put them most likely here. Personally, for me, I would put them in the standard tier. Which I know is crazy to say. Which is why I'm not putting them there. But I do think that their skills are just glaze-worthy. But in my opinion, I would put them down here. I'd probably put Ryoshu first, I guess. Top of the modern day standards. Up to me. I really like the Deviats. Like, I personally really like the Deviats. They are like, it's like, where would I put them? The thing is, it's like, yeah, like the thing is, their skill 2s are insanely good and their skill 3s are insanely good. It's pretty much the exact same scenario as these two. But charge is generally overall much more viable in like a standard case. So I'll keep it like this. But they do have, and I will admit, I did say Glaze is for the perfect children. Right? Glaze is for the perfect children. I will admit that. Let's get you to bed. W Corby Sang. Oh boy. W Som's goated. He might even be glazed here. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I actually think W Corby Sang's glaze. And I don't think it's ridiculous to say that. I don't think it's ridiculous to say that. He's got 11 plus 2 coin power, so makes it a 13, so it's viable. He's got that energy cycle, bind, rupture, and rupture count, kind of crazy. And then he's got the dimensional rift of all time, the 15 fucking rupture with dimensional rift with charge barrier. Yeah, he goes in glazed here. That's like the max amount of coins it could have. Yeah, pretty much. He needs ego? I don't think so. One coin once one sucks ass? Yeah, but he still rolls high. It still rolls good. Plus, like, dude, that's coded. Oh my god, like, damn. Like, we were talking about what these two do. Also, his passive is way more useful. He gets charge barrier to buff allies, and he gets haste himself. So, way more useful. He needs ego? No way. You don't need ego with him. Look at him. Why do you need ego? Okay, what's the logic with ego? Low coin, low damage. What the hell? He's got a 15 skill 2. The skill 1's at 11, whatever, okay? Everyone's skill 1 sucks. He's got a 15 skill 2 that inflicts 2 count and 3 rupture at 10 charge. Plus 3, so he inflicts what? 6 rupture, 2 count, goes neutral. And then the skill 3 goes neutral if you have 15 charge. He inflicts 2 rupture, it's like, okay. 3 for every 5 count consume, max 9. If you consume 50, he gets dim rift, which gives count at the end. And he gets barrier on kill. That's crazy. Like, yeah, obviously, if you dimension shred him, it makes him better. That's like saying if you regret Mersoul, it makes him better. Then it's a mid. The thing about dimension shredder is that like it's the equivalent of like regret. It's most of the time it's 10 charge count. That's like the easiest charge conditional you can get in the game. It's just 10 count. Like, yeah, okay, it might take you a bit to get there, but like... it's not the most unreasonable. Is it bring ego? No, we're not counting ego into this. If we're gonna do this, if we're gonna argue that, I'll put him at the top of Limbus standard. Again, if we're gonna keep Glaze... if we're gonna keep Glaze, I think he is on top of these two, though. Next. W Otis. Okay. Now there's no more competition. She is Glaze. There's no more memeing. W Otis is Glaze. W Otis. Okay, everyone can argue about Yi-Sang. We can argue about Ryoshu. We can argue about Donkey. Otis is Glaze. Otis is 100% Glaze. There's no... In fact, she goes probably like up here. W Otis 100% is glazed. She is literally Kim Ji-hoon's favorite ID in the game. As you know what she does? She's pretty much the team leader. She has great coins. She has great damage. She has great buffs. This is the Kim Ji-hoon stamp of approval. Let's have a look. Skill 1. 11 base. Whatever. Base power. And coin count and crash power. Okay. Simple. Skill 2. Okay, hold on. Now you're kind of cooking a little bit. Consume count. Apply charge barrier. Bind. Bind. So you're like, okay, it's simple. She flicks a bind. She gives 8, by the way. 2 times per turn. Good damage, good coins. She gains charge potency, which, by the way, charge potency buffs her damage. She is a team leader. And then we have the load. We have the like just the flat buff, the flat 30% buff that she can inflict to W Corp, including herself, and red eyes. So, goaded coins. We have a 4 coin. She gains 2 coin power, which is very easy. She gains 2 more coin power, so she has 4 coin power, which makes this what? 7. She inflicts rupture, goaded, and she gains count again. Absolutely goaded. She, for like a team leader, she's pretty much the best team leader. You could put her like right... I could put her like at the bottom, but she definitely deserves to be in glazed tier. 3 rupture. There's so many. There's so many. Kurokumo Honk Shnu. Alright, let's have a think about Kurokumo Honk Shnu. I always liked Kurokumo Honglu. And I think when the Kurokumo buffs came, it made him even better. I'll put him right next to Heathcliff. In fact, I'll probably put him above it. In fact, I'll put him right. Yeah, I'll put him right next to you. I'll put him right behind Heathcliff. I actually think he's great. He might even be higher. But I'll leave him here because he's a 2-star. So naturally he is resistant to that effect. Like like obviously Sync Otis is like the only 2-star that is standing amongst the giants. He's got a great skill 2. His skill 3 is really useful. Skill 1 is whatever. That's about it. Why am I glazing the Kurokumo? No, I'm not glazing. Glazing would be like this. Kurokumo Roja, I actually do think is a Limbus standard ID. I actually think she is way better than people think. In fact, I'm willing to put her like maybe right behind Sync Otis. Maybe put it like this. I'll do that. Like LCE saying, I will. Nah, I think he's better. I think he's way higher. Why? Because Kurokumo Rodion has some really good numbers. The only problem with her is that you need to work with her a little bit. But that's okay. Where is she? Kurokumo. I'm crazy. Well, you know what? I get results. Anyway, skill 1, it's whatever. Get good coin power. Again, skill 1s don't really matter. Skill 2, okay, hold on. She's kind of got to go to skill 2. 2 count, 2 coin power. She gets what? 5, that's 16. She gets bleed, poise. It's whatever. Boom! 100% critical damage at 10 poise. 20 bleed infliction on crit. 25 damage. Plus you can use counter. Which gives you this, by the way. She does no damage. Maybe you make her do no damage. Your account. Actually, you get count on skill 2 and defensive. Actually pushes up my glasses. She can't paint on her own. Okay. We're not using them. Are we 1v1ing with these IDs, guys? This isn't a 1v1, guys. This is taking into account being put on a team. Like, she is on a team, you could make her work very easily. In fact, it's so easy, in fact. All it takes is 1 support passive. And that's it. And all of a sudden, she becomes usable. Again, why are you guys assuming that we have no other support? This is a team building game, guys. All of this in mind is about team building. That's why you guys be like, oh, what about W Otis? If you put her in the team, her value skyrockets. If I put Zwei Ishmael alone or in the team, it doesn't matter. How much bleed on crit? She gives 20 bleed infliction. You put her on a Kurokumo team with 1 support passive. 1. I'm dead ass. In fact, I can even show you 1 support passive, and it fixes her entire kit. A single support passive fixes her whole kit. Then she becomes insanely viable. Now, the same is said about literally everything here, which is why I have all of these ones so high. Behold Deal Punch is great. Dawn or Yusang. Or even Ryoshu. Like you can put in like Maid Ryoshu if you want. Shouldn't DC Soul be higher? He is high. He is up here. He buffs his allies, yes, but the thing is, here's the difference. His is a lot more niche. He is very niche compared to Otis. Otis is a lot less niche. He is discard. Rodion is Burr, is Liu, and the reason Otis is up here is because she not only affects W Corp, but she also affects charge. Do I accept bribes? Absolutely. Next is Kurokumo Ryoshu. I actually think Kurokumo Ryoshu definitely deserves more love. I'm going to put her right here. Why do I think Kurokumo Ryoshu is modern day Limbus? Okay, let me explain. Okay. Oh, but she does no damage. Okay. Well, first of all, she does do damage. She literally has like 100%. She literally has like 5 damage modifiers. We can go look at her right now. Reassure. So she's got 10% with her passive. Okay, whatever. First of all, Focus Strike gotta be one of the most useful skill ones in the game. Out of every skill 1 I've ever used in my life, this skill 1 has come in the most clutch. Alright, but let's talk about like the realistic here. So we have plus 20% damage. We have 3 count, 2 bleed. Okay, fine on their own. Okay? Completely fine on her own. Also, that 2 damage down, not bad. Then we get the skill 3 now. Holy shit. First of all, 40%. Insane. 2 bleed, count 3, 2 bleed, 3 count. Okay. But 5 offense level down. Ooh. For free? And then you're like, okay, that doesn't seem so good. Why is she in this tier? Because if you account for the Dark Cloud Blade buff, which you get from the Kurokumo team, which you put her in, she starts inflicting like 3-4 bleed count. She does like almost 4 or 5 bleed count. On a modern day? Yes. The thing is, if you want to run bleed, just put her on your team. Dude, you could run this and Ishmael alone and your bleed is cooked. Like, that's it. You've got bleed count. If you're running Blood Fiends, guys, and you need some Blood Fiend count, dude, when people say there's no bleed count in the game, I just don't think they're looking at, like, KK Ryoshu. She also clashes really good, by the way. Like, she doesn't have any clash conditionals, but, like, still, I mean, like, that's not bad. Like, 16 skill 3 is like, okay, yeah, whatever. 15 skill 2, you know, it's up there. That's why she's not at the, she's, you know, she's here. I could put her even lower. I'll put her, like, right next to Kurokumo. I'll put her right here. Alright, I'll put her right at the bottom there. I still think she's viable. I still think she's usable to this day. No problem whatsoever. I could still use her over these and be perfectly fine. Gregory. Kurokumo Gregory. I actually think Kurokumo Gregory is better than good. I actually think Kurokumo Gregory is definitely slept on. I think I'll put him right here. Kurokumo Gregory right here. I'm not gonna lie to you. He is only held back because he is a 2-star. But he's got good offense level down. He's got good damage buffs. He goes same fast. Kurokumo Heathcliff. Yeah, this is simple. Yeah, Kurokumo Heathcliff's in the Glaives tier. In fact, he probably goes like right. He probably goes like up here. Yeah, so there's no meme about it. And also, while we're here, we might as well just do the other. We might as well do the other Kurokumo. In fact, I think, honestly, at this point, we probably put Ryuseng back a little bit. Put her up here. I think it's pretty obvious for us that the Kurokumo duo are just insane. They have offense level down. They have count. They have damage modifiers. They have coin power conditionals. They have bleed triggers. They have Heathcliff's passive alone is just insanely busted, right? They have an amazing lust resin. They activate Dark Cloud. They activate freaking the Blade Cutter. They activate Rules of the Backstreets is insanely one of the best counter, if not the best power counter in the game. So far, so good. So far, Fishmail and Fishmail's definitely sniping the top so far. And then we have Beal Otis. Well, we haven't had one of these in a while. Yeah, I think this is pretty fair. I think there's no ID I genuinely despise more in the game than it's Otis, than Blade Lineage Otis. I don't know how to say it. It's like I love Limbus Company IDs. Blade Lineage Otis does nothing. The only thing that Blade Lineage, yeah, she's hot. That's the only thing she has. And the only thing that I'll give Blade Lineage Otis is her skill 3. Barely. Skill 1, what the fuck is this? Skill 2? Okay. Whatever. Skill 3? Alright. Sure, you get raise stagger threshold by 20%. And also deal 20% below ally. It's like an execute. She's supposed to be like an execute, but I would much rather use Kurokumo Rodion over Otis every day. She's the betrayal. I mean, yeah. No, actually, I would rather use Sinclair and Rojo over Otis. You know what I would rather use though? You know what? Who else is getting buffed? Guess who's joining Rodion in the frickin' modern standard day? That's right, Blade Lineage Sinclair is joining Kurokumo Rodion. In fact, I'd honestly argue he's actually better than Rodion. I'm gonna put him right up there alongside Rodion. Yes, I am a Blade Lineage Sinclair defender. I actually think Blade Lineage Sinclair, unironically, you got that shit on him. Okay, everyone's gonna look. Okay, yeah, the skill 1. Forget about the skill 1. The skill 2 and the skill 3 are where it's at. Now, again, low clashing powers. Okay, whatever. Don't worry about that. It's the fact that he doesn't spend any poise when he crits. But even then, I could forgive all of that because his claim his bones is kind of busted as fuck. First of all, he has more crit damage than Rodion. He has 5 bleed and 5 paralyzed, 3 bleed. Also, the last skill does 20%, which means that this does 20%. Also, this passive is goated. Whenever an ally that other this unit gets poise count, he gains poise count. So, I'm not gonna lie to you, I will defend him just from this alone. Oh my kid. I can't say anything. If you want to argue it, we can. You could do this. If we want to clean up the list a little bit to kind of to make it like a little bit better, we can argue this. This is like me clean. This is like the cleanup. I still think 7 is at the top. I think these two can go at the top of amazing. I think Rodion actually gets buffed. Like I put it like right here. I can swap Heathcliff with Rhino. And yeah. If you want to be, if we want to clean the list up a little bit, I'm fine with this. Second. Now BL Yi Sang, however, okay, he goes up here. BL Yi Sang is the GOAT, dude. Blade Lineage Yi Sang is the GOAT, dude. Holy smokes. Again, S1, whatever. The S1s are never good. S2, whatever. S3, Flying Thrust. Damn! And Shame Weavy. He's glazed. He's not glazed here. We're not accounting Mirror Dungeon, guys. Okay, we're not accounting Mirror Dungeon. Mirror Dungeon, he would be glazed here. In normal practice, he'll be like, he's like modern. I can put him at the top of amazing. Because in reality, like, his things or whatever, but he's got a goated passive. So his passive gives him amazing tier. Below Rhino, I'll put Rhino down. Put him right here. I'm happy with this. This gives him plus 3 point power. Oh, that is true. I'll put him right here. Yeah, I'll put him right here. I'll put him right here. That's fine with this. Rhino is goated. He's an amazing. I'll put him up here above Sync Otis and above Heathcliff. I think Rodion is honestly better still. But do I think Mersault is better? Actually, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull him up to right here. And then I'm going to buff Rodion up here. How much does he roll again? So he gets what? 3 coin power? So he gets... I mean, that is true. He does get a lot of stuff. It does require a lot of poise count, though, guys. That's what I'm saying. It does require a lot of poise count. I think I'll leave him right here. BL Don Quixote. Okay, now Don Quixote, I'm putting her up top. She gets to go right in front of Heathcliff. In fact, I'd even put her above Sync Otis. Actually, I mean, I'll probably put like right below Sync Otis. All right. Small creature. She goes right here. She goes right here. I have no complaints about her. She's got that dog in her. Faust? I think Faust is underrated. I think Faust definitely goes in modern day, but she goes above Sync Otis, above Mersault. I'll probably put her right behind... I'll put her right behind Yusang. He's trying to look at it, please. I think Blade Lineage Faust is definitely underrated. Especially of her passive. Like, people look at her passive like, oh, it's whatever. But she does got some good stuff. Blade Lineage Faust. Faust, skill 1. It is small, but she gains coin power, so it's whatever. Again, I don't think we really rate skill 1s. I'll rate her skill 2, though. Bind, Red Bloom on crit. She's got good poise count. I mean, it gives her 4 count. 4 count damage on crit. Faust is not better than Arheath. Did I put Arheath there? Oh. I mean, her skill 3 is kind of goated. What does Red Plume do? Red Plume gives you a permanent flat 10% chance to crit, and also increases the value of bleed and damage you take. You mean I don't rate the skill 1s? Because every skill 1 sucks in the game. That's like the point of skill 1s. There's not a single skill 1 here I can mark to, which is like, mwah, goated. Until we get to the glaze. Like, until we get to the higher glaze tiers. I can do this. MD, so you can't remove them. Yeah, but I'm saying, what I'm trying to say is I'm not evaluating the skill 1 in terms of, like, convincing you why I think the character is good. Because everyone's skill 1 sucks. Except Kurokumo Ryoshi. Like, I'm not going to come up to you and say, oh, skill 1 Dieci Rodion is so good. Like, it's not. Dude, skill 1, skill 1 Reindeer is actually really good. But again, there are some characters who have better skill 1s than others. I think Faust is definitely underused. Speaking of, who is next? Ah! Mentor Mersault. He definitely goes in glazed here. Mentor Mersault obviously was the original team leader. And he, honestly, he deserves to be up here. He is still fucking absolutely hella busted to this day. Do I think he's stronger than Ishmael? If you hit the claim your bones, I think so. I'm fine with this. I can put him up there. Do I think he has problems nowadays? A little bit. But I will glaze him. He is definitely the best team leader, with Ishmael coming in second. Is Why-ish that good? Yeah. Zwei-ish is kind of cracked. The reason that, like, Zwei-ish hasn't been topped yet, but that's because we haven't gotten to the IDs that fucking knock her down. Speaking of, we have LCCB, Ishmael. I actually think LCCB Ishmael is quite, amazing. I would gladly use LCCB Ishmael, in right along Zwei Gregor. Is she that busted? Yes. She is genuinely that busted. Dude, Zwei-Ishmael is like... When Zwei-Ishmael came out, she was like, unironically, had like no downside. Yeah, she goes in amazing. The only thing that holds her back is like pure damage, but she also inflicts like a gazillion rupture count. And tremor count. And a gazillion rupture and tremor. So like she goes like right next to Zwei Gregor. I feel like Zwei Gregor is a good barrier. Also because she's a 2-star. So. Now we have Zwei Rodion. Now I'm actually going to say a controversial opinion here. I think Zwei Rodion has the potential to be... Not Zwei, sorry. This is LCCB. I actually think LCCB Rodion has a potential to be kind of a goated ass ID. And I'll explain why. Right? Let me explain why I think LCCB has the potential. If you look at her infliction, like what does she actually inflict? It's kind of crazy. She does paralyze. 4 defense power down. And then 4 defense power down, offensive down, and paralyze in the same turn. The problem is her coins. But what if... Okay, what if she was always first on your team? Then LCCB, if she gets an uptie 5, hear me out. Because also I mean she does actually get coin power on this. Like the skill 3 actually becomes usable. It becomes a 755. Assuming you take no damage, right? It becomes a 755. So it becomes a 17, which is usable. But here's the thing. You have to she's very niche. What are you using defense power down for? All right, you want to know something? What is the #1 most annoying enemy in the game? With defense power, that has an evade. Boom. For quad town villages. Think about it. You know, if those for quad town villages roll like a 30. Ricardo. The coin power always deactivates. Well, that's fine. I'm not going to clash with her anyway. Think about this. You guys who complain about Ricardo countering you. What are you going to do when you inflict -4 attack? What's Ricardo going to do when you took -4 defense power down? Or just offset? What about the counter? You can't offset counters. Hold on. Think about it. Wrath Pecatulum. Defense level down. It's so simple. Dodging. Sometimes you can't offset. defense level down. Boom, defense power down. Boom, middle, defense power down. Now, her passive is not really good. And everything else about her is not really good. But I don't think she deserves to go in meh tier. I think she deserves to go probably like right above man tier. LCCB Ryoshu. I actually think LCCB Ryoshu is goated as fuck. I'm gonna put her up here. I'd actually argue that LCCB Ryoshu is probably more goated than Don Quixote. I actually think LCCB is absolutely goated. Glazed tier? I definitely not glazed tier, but she's definitely modern day. She goes to the top of man tier. Higher than Dawn? Yeah, I put her higher than Dawn. I could put her higher than Dawn. Maybe not. Maybe I'll put Dawn higher. But like really close. They're like 1-to-1. And maybe even Heathcliff. G-Corp Otis, she's good. I'll put her like right here. G-Corp Gregor. Man. Gregory. How do I say this, man? You go like. I'll put you above W Corp Missile, bro. I'll give you some honor. Why is Sinclair so low? It's just kind of how things spread out. Amazing. Lobotomy Remnant Faust. I think Lobotomy Remnant goes into modern day. Maybe not modern day. Do I prefer Amazing? I'll put her on top of Amazing. Forcefully move W Missile. I'll put her on top of Amazing. Actually, I don't know. Do I put her above Ryoshu? Remnant. Mouse. Hey. Boys. Rupture. Haste. Yeah, I'll put her on top of Amazing. Yeah, I can put her on top of Amazing. I have no problem with that. Mariachi Sinclair. Yeah, buddy, you're going like. Okay, in reality, Mariachi Sinclair is definitely better than Yisang. I'll put him. Do him for teams? I could definitely do that at some point. I'll put him like right here. I have no problem with this. Just because he has a go to evade. And his S3 is not bad. Ting Tang Hong Lu. I actually think Ting Tang Hong Lu probably goes into Amazing tier and probably no higher. The whole on-kill reuse thing, his shank is really good. I mean, I'll put his shank above like... I'll put it above like Kurokumo. Dude, shank alone is like kind of one of the craziest skill 2s in the game. I kind of want to reorganize this a little bit. Do I want to reorganize? Let's do a little bit of reorganizing. I think I'm going to move Sinclair up here. Move Faust up here. I'm going to move Sync up. Liu up. Faust right above Gregor. Shank is insanely good. Skill 3, yeah, he does good. He does good on rolls. Do I think he's better than Rhino? I think Rhino's better. I think I'm fine with this. I don't mind this. I still think LCCB Ryoshu is insanely good. Yep. N Corp Rodia. We're almost done with the IDs. We have another. Oh, you know, it's only been 2 hours and we're not even halfway done. We might have to save egos for another time. By the way, I don't think we're gonna get egos done tonight. But I will talk about Arknight egos. N Corp Rodia. Oh my god! I almost closed the tab, chat. I would have crashed out if I closed the tab. You know what I really like about Incorporodion? I really like her damage buffs, which is mainly on her skill 3 and her passive. And her support passive is actually not that bad. I actually think her support passive is not that bad too. They save? Oh, thank fuck. I think I will simply put her at the top of good. Maybe not at the top. I'll put her like, I'll put her above Mariachi. I'll put her above Mariachi. And Cormo Salt. I'm not falling for the N-Corp Mercel propaganda. I'll leave him like at the bottom of amazing. N-Corp Heathcliff, however, he kind of goes top of amazing. I kind of think he goes like right here. Man. I'll put him at the bottom of amazing. Because he does have value to him. He just has really bad coins. Like, I would prefer using him over W Corp Mercel. G Corp Gregor, however, I would prefer using G Corp Gregor. Personally, though. Let's do OST. I would love to do OST. Actually, that sounds like a good one. Maybe we'll do an OST one. N-Corp Faust. I think N-Corp Faust has definitely fallen off a little bit as the day goes on. But I still think she's actually really good. But I think she definitely deserves to be up here, probably above. I say behind. Actually, I'll put her right above, right here. Actually, I'll put her right here. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He is the unmovable wall. But he's also not the only unmovable wall. That's why Honglu's up here, because Honglu kind of does also makes him an unmovable wall. 12 rolling S3, yeah, but you're not supposed to kill, you're not supposed to clash with the S3. S2 is a gimmick. The S3 is only there for like getting the kills so you can spread the SP, which is a really good like effect. So she goes up here. I would actually argue that do I think Wi-Fi's better than her? I think no, I think she just does too much for Wi-Fi to be better than her. N-Corp Dawn is fine. I'll put her above N-Mersault. She has attack power down on one of her skills, and she has like single coin highs, so I'll keep her there. Sinclair and Corp Sinclair. Do I think he's glazed just because he has high rolls? No, I don't think he's glazed because he has high rolls. The thing is, he kind of hurts himself a lot. But I'll put him in modern day, because he does have modern day minus calling rolls. I'll put him right below. I'll put him right here. I'll put Honglu above him. Right? I think genuinely, and Claire, see, the thing about it is this, right, guys? You're most likely gonna have your view clouded by story. Story is so easy, right? Like in way easier. You are overkilling with N-Corp, like N-Grip. And the thing is, if you use N-Corp Sinclair, especially when you're having to balance like sanity, he still provides. He does provide. You know? He is an old goat. He's still a goat. I would prefer having, like, everyone at the front here, I would prefer having. He definitely deserves, okay, Chef Gregor. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I'm actually gonna do a controversial opinion here. I actually think Chef Gregor is useful. I actually think Chef Gregor does not deserve to go on man tier. I think he goes at the bottom of good tier. I am going to advocate for Chef Gregor. Why will I advocate for Chef Gregor? Let's have a look. That's Chef Gregor. That's not great. Where's Gregor? Oh, I have to type RB. RB. Okay, hold on. Why do I think Chef Gregor deserves a little bit of glaze? Let's just ignore his coin power and clashing. Okay, just ignore his clashing coin. Okay, I don't ever expect anyone ever to clash with this ID. I don't. Okay, except for skill 2. Skill 2 is like his only clash tool. But like, let me hear you. Like, hear me out. First things first. Paralyze this turn. Paralyze next turn. Paralyze, no matter what, is always going to be goated. And the bleed conditional is literally non-existent. Right? So, if you go last with him, you still benefit for the paralyze. 2. Bind count. An actual clashable skill 2. It rolls a 14, and then it rolls, what, plus 3 coin power, so it's a 17. It's usable. Skill 3, this is the big one right here, man. If you got that juicy speed, you get the 2 paralyze in 1 turn. Let's be real, you're not clashing with this skill. Alright, it's a 5-1-1-1-1. 2 coin power is not going to do anything. But if you have the speed, even if you go halfway into, like, he's got 3-7, he can go high. Right? Pablo, how can you hate it? Even if you go halfway into your turn, that 2 paralyze will definitely help your ass. You know? You can do that every once in a while. True. And also, yeah, he has, like, you know, he has the passive and he has the passive. It's good passives. I would rather use Chef Gregor than use these 4. And at the end of the day, that's how I think it is. Chef Ryoshu. Now, see, Chef Ryoshu is really good, but I do think she is kind of slowly starting to fall off a little bit in time. I'm going to put Chef Ryoshu in amazing tier. But I'm going to put her, like, above Faust, but before Ishmael. So I do think Ryoshu is good. I like Chef Ryoshu, and I do think I Can Cook Anything is extremely strong. The thing about it is that's pretty much the best I like. I mean, I do like her skill too. I might even arguably put her above Ishmael. I might even arguably put her above Ish, because if you do get the skill 3 is really good, man. I'll put her above Ishmael for now. What is that? Rose Banner Soul? Alright, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. This might be one of my favorite Mercil IDs. No glaze. He goes in amazing tier. Excuse me. Rose Banner Soul is kind of OP as fuck. I'm gonna put him right at the gate of the 2 stars here. Right, this is like right at the gate of right with Liu Ryoshu, because I think Liu Ryoshu is like such a good character. In fact, I might even lower Hong Lu. That's how good I think Liu Ishmael is. Liu Ryoshu is. Right. This goated. I think he's got strong paragraph. Yeah, I mean, obviously, but we'll talk about that when we get there. Rose Banner Rodion, I actually argue, is one of her strongest, was one of her strongest IDs in the game. I might even dare say it is actually a modern day Limbus standard. Even more so, I think I'm gonna put her above Syncotus. I actually really like, I like Rose Banner. That's right, I said it. I like Rose Banner Rodion. And I've been using Rose Banner Rodion ever since I got her back when I started playing. She's got good clash, she's got good damage, and she's got good numbers. That's all she needs. The reuse is strong. Her skill 3 is strong. Her passive is strong. I'll put her in modern day. I will use her right goddamn. In fact, I'm using her currently on my team. I like Rodion. I love Rodion. She is simply incredible. Before Priest came out, before Deviat came out, when people were like, oh, Rodion has no good tier 3s. And I go, well, what about Rose Banner? They looked at me like I was the demon. Me? In fact, hold on. I have the evidence. Ready? You want to see evidence, chat? Hold on. Let me show you. Let me get the evidence. You see this run that I'm in the middle of? Hold on. Let me load in real quick. Simply incredible. Right here. Proof. Rose Banner Gregor, Rose Banner Mersol, Rose Banner Rodion. In my extreme run right now. On my charged Tremor team. She is #1 deployed unit. Honestly, quite incredible. Next character. Rose Banner Gregor, he goes right up the top 2. Hard doing it MD Extreme. Well, I'm in the middle of an extreme run. How does extreme prove anything? I'm saying that I use her. Anyway, I put Gregor up top here. Gregor is goated. I don't have to explain myself. He's got a great skill 2. Grease Chain's goated. Skill 3 does a lot of damage. The Tremor Rupture combo, or the Rupture Charge combo, he got that dog in him. In fact, I can prove it. Boom. First of all, 5 Rupture on his skill 1. Damn. That's a lot of Rupture. Also, he actually inflicts more Rupture. So I'm sorry, did you mean 5? I meant to say 6 Rupture on S1. Ooh. Number 2. Grease Chain is goated as fuck. 2 Tremor count, 2 Rupture count, 16. It clashes. This is not bad at all. Skill 3. Oh my god, look at this beautiful move right here. First things first. Well, it's like, oh, it's a little low. You know. What's it, 13? Boom. Coin power 1. Turns that 13 to a 16. Okay. It's modded, it's standard. Tremor burst. Boom. Rupture count equal to charge consumed 4 charge. That's 4 rupture count. Is already +1. Then he inflicts 2 rupture, because you got to use his passive. 2 rupture. And if they're staggered, they deal more damage. And then you inflict 3 rupture. Oh, never mind. So it's actually more like 5 rupture on the skill 2. Oh, what's that? It's another 5 rupture on the skill 3. Oh, I'm sorry. Is that a 10-4 rupture infliction? Yeah. That's right. 10-4 rupture on the skill 3 of Let's Grind Them. Plus, he's positive on the skill 2. Plus, he has fucking, what did I say? 6 rupture infliction here. Dude, he's the rupture goat. I agree. I use this guy so much, I have to just be like, yeah, I know, he's got that dog in him. So he goes up in here. I'll put him like right behind Don Quixote. I'll put him like right behind Heathcliff. He goes like, he definitely goes to the top. Maybe with Remnant Faust. Like right here. Sunshower Heathcliff, I'm not gonna lie to you, the only problem Sunshower Heathcliff has is his sanity. I'll put him right... here. He used to be the Rupture Minnow. He has potential. I actually think he's good. Like, again, look, here's the thing. Here's the thing about Sunshower Heathcliff, okay? The only thing about Sunshower Heathcliff is his sanity problems. Okay? And that's just it. That's the thing. Alright? He has sanity issue. If he fixes his sanity issue, he's got good coins, he's got good effects. And that's pretty much it. I have no complaint with him otherwise. Spice Bush Yusong, he goes all the way. I wouldn't put him in GOAT, but he definitely goes in Modern Limbus Standard. He probably goes right... I would argue he goes above Sink Salt. He goes above Sinclair. If he can't go below 40... See, that... No, I wouldn't say that, because I think his problem is he shouldn't be able to go above 25. I think Spice Bush is great. I don't think he's glazed, though. And the reason I don't think he's glazed is because I think he is good. But he does have a small issue. And really, that small issue is that Sinking Deluge is not as strong as you think it is until you actually, like, build around it. Which I guess is not really fair to say because I am marking everyone else. But his skill 2 is great. His skill 1 is good. And his skill 3 is insanely strong. He is the Sinking Deluge bot. But also, I do think his skill 2 is very underrated. That's why I'm putting him above Sinclair, but right before Reindeer. Next is Sloshmail. I'm not gonna lie to you. Sloshmail is not meh tier. In fact, I'd argue that Sloshmail, and this is gonna sound crazy, is probably right below G Corp. Probably. I mean, that's probably what it is. She goes right here. Now you might be like, why? She's actually a good tank. She's actually a really good tank. He can get S2, yeah. He gets attack weight. She's actually a good tank. Like that, like that's the, like, no meme. She can tank. If you just need a tank who can take blunt damage, that's it. Just have her like, yeah, that's it. If you don't want to have her rolling coins, that's it. Just tank. I'd rather use her than these four. She's a tank. I'd rather use G Corp Otis. Red Sheet Sinclair. Alright, Red Sheet Sinclair got shot in the back. But honestly, how much did he get shot? Probably about that much shot. I think they can't self-heal. Well, if the fight doesn't last more than like 5 turns, it doesn't matter. What does tanking do when you can't hit back? Hey, I didn't say she was a good tank. I didn't say she had to do... I mean, guys, like, why are you arguing that what... Why are you arguing Sloshmail when she's literally at the bottom of the literal tier list? You guys are like, oh, she's not low enough. No, she does her job better than Chef and freaking LCCB and Zwysink, and she does her job way better. Her job is to lose the clash and tank damage. She benefits from not dealing damage that turn. If you don't deal damage, she gets shield. That's her job. She's not at the bottom of fucking modern Limbus. She's at the bottom of good tier. Her job is doing nothing? No, her job is doing way more than all of these other characters. And also, base tier doesn't count. These guys are not part of the... Base is not part of chat. As a reminder, base is not affiliated. Like, this is not affiliated. Affiliated. Did I spell that wrong? How do you spell affiliated? This is like, this is irrelevant. This is not, like, base tier is not part of this. This is the bottom, right here. I have had this Ishmael to point at you. This is the, man is the bottom of the tier. She's pretty much at the bottom. Next, K-Corp Honglu. How do I feel about K-Corp Honglu? I spelt it right. I don't know why it told me I was red then. Okay, I'm gonna lie to you. I think our K-Corp Honglu does this. My only problem with K-Corp Honglu is you can't block with him. That's kind of my only that's kind of my only problem with him. He can't die, but he can't block. He goes definitely high. I do think he is better than... I think he goes in amazing. I have no problem putting him at top of amazing. Because he's got a good skill 3. He's got a great skill 3. His skill 2's whatever. His skill 1's whatever. I will say, if you have max K-Corp Ampule and you only use skill 3 and you don't do anything else, like, and you just hit, he's fine. I'll put him on top of amazing. I have no problem with that. Getting hit in the face is version of blocking? Yeah, pretty much. Like, he's unkillable. I'll give him the credit. He has a good rupture infliction. Well, he's got okay rupture infliction. If you want to spend an hour in a fight, yeah, pretty much. If you want to spend an hour in a fight. But even then, he's kind of bad for that, because eventually he will die. Mola Sinclair. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think Mola Sinclair's memed on. That's right. I actually think Mola Sinclair's not that bad. I even argue that Mola Sinclair is like right here. Probably below the Lius. I think he's above Red Sheet. Campbell. Yeah, I gotta put him right here. I have no issue with that. His skill 3 is actually strong. His skill 2 clash is good. He inflicts 10 rupture. He inflicts 10 tremor count. He doesn't really do that much damage. I don't really expect the clash with his skill 1. But his skill 2 and 3 are fine. And if you need tremor count, you can... What I'm saying is this. If you had a team of all tremor infliction, and the only tremor count you had was Mola Sinclair, you would not notice that you have a tremor issue. Better than Shishmael? I mean, it's way easier to give himself... It's way easier for him to get his conditionals than Ishmael. His conditional just requires 10 tremor count. Which is like 2 turns, compared to Ishmael and having to lose 50% HP. But I could adjust this. This is definitely adjustable. This is kind of just a bloat thing. Let me have a think here. Like, where do I want to move this? I could move them all here. I could do like this. There you go. I don't mind this at all. I would actually argue that you're better. I'd argue that you're better. I'd argue that... Yeah. Honestly, I'd argue that you're lower. Yeah, I'm fine with this. Maybe I'll put you here. Maybe you go like right here. There we go. I can't just call everything good. Yeah, I can. It's my tier list. I can do whatever I want. In fact, Mola Ishmael, I'm gonna put her in man. Just because of that, I'm gonna put her in man tier. Next is Mola Yisang. Mola Yisang's kind of goated. He goes in amazing. I'll put him in right about Honglu tier. I put him right below Heathcliff. Actually, right below Gregor. Mola Boatworks Ishmael, I'll put her up at I'm not even gonna lie to you, I might actually put her as Glaze. I'm not gonna lie to you, I think Ishmael gets I think Mola Ishmael's actually Glaze worthy. I think I put her bottom of Glaze. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I actually think she goes up here. I do genuinely think she's glazed here. She is so fucking good. I really do think she's that good. Even better than Zwei-ish? Oh, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. But she is genuinely, she's got great damage. She's got great coin, like clashing. She's got great infliction. She has rupture protection. Dude, that's the most important move about her, by the way. Great passive. Molagodas. I get why Sinclair is better than Zwei. I mean, you could do like this. There you go. Who was I using? Oh, Mola Otis. Mola Otis goes right at the top of modern day. In fact, do I even dare to say that she goes in glazed tier? She's kind of like the perfect discard ID. I think I do put her in glazed tier. I do think she's glaze worthy. But I will put her on the low end of glaze, because she does lose out a little bit compared to everyone else. Yeah, okay, I'm fine with this. Best base ID in my opinion? Well, my opinion is irrelevant. I believe the best base ID is like, what? Ryoshu, I think? Twin Hook Pirate. Let's have a look here. Twin Hook Pirate. I think Twin Hook Pirate is actually quite good for a modern day Limbus ID. I actually have no issue with Twin Hook Pirate. I think his mechanic is good. I think he has good critting. I would put him probably right below actually, I'm gonna put him above Arkcliffe. I'll put him right below Arkcliffe. You get 10 protection every turn. True. Yeah, he goes right below Arkcliffe. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I kind of want to put him above Heathcliff. But Heathcliff is just so, like, you know what? I am gonna put him above Heathcliff. You know, this is my tier list. We'll do this. Next is Middle Brother Mersault. I have no problem with Middle Brother Mersault. I think he's good. I'll put him right above here. Middle Brother Donkey. I think Middle Brother Donkey is good. I have no problem with her. I'll put her in standard. She'll go right here. Middle Sinclair, I actually think might be glaze-worthy. In fact, I'm gonna put him right here. There we go. And yeah, that's the middle. Middle never forgets. That's just kind of how I feel about the middle. Donkey's great. Sinclair's better. Next is going to be Pequod Yisang. Pequod Yisang is definitely up in the modern day Limbus. I'll put him right above I'll put him right here. Why is Deer Hong Lu so high? Deer Hong Lu kind of got that dog in him. Molar should be higher. I could probably put Molar above Molar, but I think Sync Mersault kind of takes her cake and eats it. 28 stab wounds. Shoot the 7th bullet. Oh shit. My bad. He's not doing anything outside of MD. That's absolute cap. But anyway, continuing. Pequod Harpooner. I'm gonna say this. Pequod Harpooner is actually glazed here. I think Pequod Harpooner is one of Heathcliff's best IDs in the game. And I think I'm gonna put it like up here. I'm gonna put it high too. Like I'm gonna put it right here. I actually think he's like not only is he glaze worthy, it's like he's like top 5. Next is Captain. Captain Strong. I'm gonna put her probably right above Modern Day. Top of Modern Day. She is just below glaze. Why? He's got everything. He has tankiness. He has critting. He has bleed infliction. Oh, sorry. He's got bleed infliction. He's got crit. He's got percentage damage. He's got clash. He's got envy res. He's got everything. He's really good, especially his attack. I agree. That's why she's top of Modern Day. Up into a good bleed. He's got amazing bleed. I wouldn't say she was ever in glaze, because there's a very big distinction. She's definitely top of Modern Day. Like I have no problem. Oh, excuse me. I have no problem with her. I really like her. Good mechanics, good coin, good damage, good status infliction. But she's right a little bit right below these guys, at least. Especially for her gimmicks. Yeah, he can inflict a gazillion bleed on skill 2. He does a gazillion bleed on crit. He's goated. Dead Rabbit. I am gonna put Dead Rabbit on... I actually think he's definitely underrated. In fact, I'm gonna put Dead Rabbit higher than middle. I'll put him right here. Withering Butler Faust. I dare say she goes in glazed here. Not only does she go in glazed here, I think she actually goes above Mola in glazed here. Felt like nothing, I know, right? Now, let me explain why. Before people start telling me that I have dog shit opinions and I'm fucking the worst Limbus player and, yeah, blah, 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 whatever things. Chief Butler Otis, she's kind of OP. She kind of got everything. She got clash. She got damage. She got status infliction. She has one of the best status inflicts in the game. She's kind of glaze-worthy. Echoes of the Manor itself is a flat minus 10% damage inflict. And it spreads. And it's, what's the word? Free sinking count. And I'll take his gospel. Thank you. With every sinner best, according to me. Maybe. Faust. I actually think Faust is definitely up there as well. I think she doesn't go in glaze though. But she definitely goes like right here. And glaze Captain Fish, she's right here. I actually think Faust might be the best 2-star in the game. That's not Sync Otis. Faust is pretty much Otis, but slightly worse. But the fact is, she does like 6 count in like 1 skill. Which is kind of crazy. I mean, like, realistically, a 2-star should not be this high. So if I had to put a 2-star, I would put her all the way back down here. So, like, logically, I guess I'll put her, like, here and move Sync Otis up. So, like, realistically, I'll put her up here. Like, if a 2-star cannot exist in the same tier as a 2-star cannot exist in the same tier as a 3-star. So, the 2-stars will always be typically worse than the 3-stars. So, Faust will go down here, and Sync Otis is pretty much a 3-star. Next is Edgar Family freaking Gregory. I will put him in modern day Limbus, but I'm not gonna lie to you, I kinda wanna put him higher. I actually think I prefer him over W Corp. He has a great skill too. He's got a very strong coin power up that he is hard to use, I will admit. He is hard, like, he's not easy to use. But he does inflict count on stagger. He has a great skill 3, which is a little bit hard to use. And he has like an SP gimmick, which if you figure out the best way to actually like use his SP gimmick, he gets like permanent attack power up. He's kind of goated. I guess I'll lower him a little bit because he's a bit harder to use compared to everyone. I guess if I had to put him, I'll put him like right behind. I'll put him right here. I'll put him right here. Next is going to be Maid Ishmael. Now, she is a maid, so I'm going to put her all the way up in glazed here. Next character, we're going to do Maid Ryoshu. Now, she is also a maid. I'm going to put her all the way up here in glazed here. Okay, now we have Wild Hunt Heath. Okay, before we get to Wild Hunt, because that's actually big. How is he hard to use? Technically, he does absorb sinking, and he does... his SP gimmick is hard to use because of the fact that it requires you to like have lost SP and gain SP in like the previous turn. Anyway, in reality, Maid Ryoshu is good. She will go right here. I actually think she's better than Sinclair. And Maid Butler, I will put her in top, not top of amazing. I'll put her right here. I'll put her right above Gregor. And now we get to, obviously, the first glaze of the run. The real first glaze of the run. Wild Hunt goes right here. That's simple. I don't have to argue that. Even then, I think we have another glaze contender. No meme. What makes them in that tier? They're cute. We put W Ring Otis in 2-star. This is also the equivalent of a 3-star. I think she's kind of crazy. I'll put her at bottom of glazed here. Ring Sang. Ah, well, here's another one we have. He's not... He's bottom of glazed here. No, he's the top of glazed here. Yeah, he goes like here. Now, I really want to be cringe and just... I thought I hated Ring Otis? No, I like Ring Otis. I have no problem with her. I want to be that guy and be like, actually, he's fallen off compared to modern day. No, he's not that fallen off. He's fucking goated. Don't listen to the lies, guys. Don't listen. Actually, his dude, fuck the S2, bro. His S3 is crazy. If you read what his S3 does, you're gonna be like, what the fuck? His S3 does that? His passive does that? No, he's still goated. He's glazed worthy. As much as Kim Ji-hoon wants to do it. I was thinking, he's not. I was making a bit. He goes here. He definitely goes like way above here. He goes like right here. He is the golden child. Eurodivi Ryoshu, I actually think is better than her. Better than the quad. Yeah, I could put it right here. 2-star floating. Eurodivi Honk Shnu. I'm not gonna lie to you, you really only use him for reverb if you're like playing him, but he's still good. He's got numbers, but he's not that high. I'll put him a bit below. I'll put him like right here. No, I'll put him like right in front of Edgar. Right here. He's strong. He has reverb. But that's pretty much what he does. Like, he's good. I have no problem with him. Eurodivi Rodion. Rodion, I think, is in amazing tier. I think she goes right here. Right here. Is it not enough to put him at glaze? No. Cavernous Whaling does his job. Yeah. Will you guys have the separate tier list? Yeah, I guess we'll do a separate with it. I mean, like, to be realistically, he does go higher. T-Corp, my bad. Technically, he goes, like, up. We're, like, here. T-Corp Don Quixote. T-Corp Don Quixote, I do think, is a little underrated. I'm gonna put her right above here. Separate Felpool, Ego, and ID. Yes, I guess so. We're gonna put her above our Corp, and we're going to put Divi above Spice Bush. I think that's fine. T-Corp Otis, however, I will admit, and I will stay here to say that she is the best T-Corp ID. In fact, I think she's so good, I think she actually goes maybe above the quad. I might even put her in glazed tier, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm kind of really tempted to put her in glazed tier. T-Corp Otis is god. In fact, I might even put her in fucking glazed tier. You know, if Molar goes in here, fucking so does T-Corp Otis. I think T-Corp Otis is better than Molar. So I'm gonna put her in glazed tier. Multi-Crack Heathcliff is literally super good. He goes all the way up in modern day. He goes right below right here. There we go. What do you roll? Everything for Otis? No, I don't. Just look, Otis and Ishmael just have goated ass IDs, guys. It's not me, okay? Blame Kim Ji-hyun. Multi-Crack Faust is very strong. She goes all the way up here. In fact, is she glaze-worthy? I mean, she's kind of glaze-worthy. I think I might agree. I think I might agree that she's glaze-worthy. I'll put her right above Molar. Right above Molar. Fang Hon Hong Lu. Now, this is bias. I really like Fang Hon Hong Lu. In fact, I like Fang Hon Hong Lu so much, I'm going to put him right with the other 2 stars. Barber Otis. Alright, see, just to prove that I'm not glazing Otis, I'll put Barbara Otis right where she probably fits, which is like right around here. Gregor, however, there is no meme he's getting glazed. In fact, he's probably like top 3. He probably goes like right here. Barbara goes modern day standard. She's like above Thulsa and Twin Hook, but I would probably put her below these 3. And obviously Priest goes in top 5. That's easy. Roja, she also gets glazed. I'm sorry. Not sorry. This is fucking OP as fuck. She goes, I'm not even gonna lie to you, probably like above you saying. La Mancha Land, yeah. You already know it. She goes in glaze. Probably right next to Wild Hunt. In fact, probably above Wild Hunt. There is no meme when I tell you that the seasonal IDs are probably the best IDs in the game. It's... Ring Otis is not that good. Ring Otis is that good. She's got reuse. She's got a good skill 3. She's got infliction. Yeah, Sancho is better than Wild Hunt. Probably. Wild Hunt, definitely Zwei, and then BL, Kurokumo. Princess is goated. Liu. Might even move Liu down here. LCE Lantern Yisang. I argue is one of the best designed 2 stars in the whole game, and I will glaze him for that, so he will go at the top of the 2 stars. I like bleed. No, I'm not even. It's not even. This is sinking. This is tremor. Okay, they're all these guys being bleed is coincidence. Don't worry. We have guys. The high show aren't even here yet. Guys, look. Do you see where the high show are? Look, trust me. The whole guys. I want you to remember this tier list, okay? Remember this tier list before the high show come in, all right? Because when the high show come in, trust me, then you'll see what glaze really means. Speaking of, Ardor Blossom Faust, I actually want to argue is one of her strongest IDs in the game. I really think she's super underrated. I'm going to put her really high. In fact, now that I'm like putting it, I'll put her like right here. I really like Ardor Blossom Faust. I have no real problems with Ardor Blossom Faust. I think Ardor Blossom Faust is strong. And by the way, she won MVP for me like 5 times during the Arknight events. So, Firefist Gregor is glazeworthy. They took the meme about the fucking Firefist guy. Yeah, he's glazeworthy. He goes up here. He probably goes above you, Sang. Just give him the right tier. I might actually do that. Alright, and welcome now, guys, to Season 6. I know that this is technically not Season 6 yet. But first things first, is this Ryoshu? No, it's Otis. I can't tell, they all look the fucking same. The goddamn rabbits look the same. Anyway, yeah, she goes in glazed here. Probably above... here. This is Ryoshu. It's over, they have come. Nari! Yo, thank you for the Nari, Jay. I appreciate you. 6 months. Yeah, they've come. Alright, here are the high show. I'd even argue this, honestly. They're insanely good. Faust. Here she come. Here they come! The high show have arrived. Do I actually think Mao Faust is better than Wild Hunt and Sancho? Kind of. I'll leave her here for now, but I might change this. Ida, the high show here. Do I think she's better than Sancho? I don't know, man. She is kind of OP. She is literally the best character in the game. So, I guess we'll put her above Sancho. C. Rodion is definitely glaze-worthy. She goes up here. Another high show to the pile. In fact, I would argue that she's probably up top in front here. Sir Gregory, although he is not actually that glazed, he is still incredibly strong. I wouldn't call him glazed, though. He gets the top of the modern-day Limbus standard. Sinclair. He is also not glaze-worthy, but he goes top of the modern-day Limbus standard. It's not Gregor hate, it's just the fact that, like, I like Gregor... No, personally, I like Gregor more than Rodion. But, yeah. Firefist is definitely better. Firefist and Priest, probably definitely better. Yi Sang, and this is not a controversial opinion. Underrated Gregor? I mean, you know what? You're right. I'll put him in here. I do actually. I am doubling. I'm easily changeable. I'll put him like right behind Sinclair. I actually think Yi Sang's the second best ID in the game. Funnily enough, didn't I say Umeseng was greater than Faust? I actually do think that. I'm actually gonna double down on that. I actually think Umeseng is better than Faust. It's funny that he is not in the Amazing tier. He is above Amazing. He is glazed tier. Is he that? I think he's better than Wild Hunt. Yeah, I think so. I'll double down. I think Yi Sang's better. Yi Sang is so strong. And then Kodion? Well, Kodion's not in here yet. We'll discuss Kodion when we get there. He's strong, well, not that strong? I don't know, dude. Hitting the Ascended Skill 3 wipes out an entire fucking wave. How? Well, he's insanely tanky. He's got a gazillion aggro. He inflicts concussion. He's got Rupture. He's got Tremor. He's got AoE. Kind of does everything. He's got Shield. He's pretty much what if Malfaust was for the whole team instead of just for Lord Lu. Speaking of, put him in Glacier. He is in Glacier. He's right here. Sinclair's here, though. Unbreakable AoEs. Roger does 11k damage with skill 3. Zichun. As much as I am a Zichun lover, she goes right here. Thumb Sinclair, here's another controversial opinion. Thumb Sinclair goes like up here. Better than High Show? I'll put him right here. She is way better with him. If I had to include that, yeah, she'd be included. But I will put her at the top of modern day standard. Thumb Claire is OP. Anyone who says Thumb Claire is a glorified 2-star have not used Thumb Claire. That guy is broken. That guy is nuts. This guy is nuts. This guy is nuts. This place is nuts, dude. Over Zweischmel, dude, frick Zweischmel, bro. Thumb Claire is destroying Zweischmel. Easy 1v1, dude. Ah, speaking of, by the way, speaking of busted, let's bring this bad boy in. Alright, Thumb Salt over Sancho and Wild Hunt. Yeah, I think that's fair. Over the High Show, though, you could argue this, by the way. This is very arguable. Like these top three, they're all fighting each other. Any position you want here, and I can take this. Wild Hunt, he's still strong. Don't get me wrong. Right? The only thing is Thumb Salt is actually balanced. Okay, here, let me tell you this. Compared to these two, Thumb Salt is actually balanced. And that's why he doesn't go above them. And I'm being legit. The fact is, Thumb Salt is OP until he runs out of ammo, and then you play a whole different game. Yi Sang and Faust never, ever stop snowballing. In fact, you snowball more with them. The giant elephant in the room. Next is Corp Yi Sang. I will put him all the way up here. Do I like Zichun? I like Zichun more. Corp Rhodia, however, I think she goes in glazed here. I'll put her here. Yeah. Yi Sang goes down here, but Corp goes up here. And if I included Yi Sang with her, he goes up here. To a single S3. Yeah, pretty much. Corp Rhodia, I meant Ryoshu, sorry. Lord Lu, well, here guys, by the way, here's the other bombshell, by the way. Spoiler alert if you guys were not waiting for this. Yeah, I think that one's pretty obvious for people. Are we counting them at their best? Yeah, this is their best. Not even surprised. Yeah. Damn. And then we go to freaking Hook Office Hong Lu. Hook Office Hong Lu's good. I'll put him up here. Hook Founded Kitchen. Regret Faust is great. I would argue that she is also top contenders for modern day Limbus IDs. I will put her right here. right next to reindeer. Answer him. I think this is a great 2-star. She goes up here. If we consider outside their best team. Well, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm just kind of putting them. I'm just kind of putting this team. This tier list, guys. I'm just putting them when I'm thinking. Like when I think of my first thought, that's what I'm thinking of. For example, I think Magic Bulldoze is really good, but I don't think she's glaze worthy. I think she goes right here. No. Philip. I think Philip is really good. I think Philip goes right. As long as he is above Sinclair, bro, that's all I care about. He probably goes like right here. I'll take that. Probably here. As long as he's above Sinclair, bro, I don't care where I put Philip. You mean MP Buddha's on glaze? No, she's not on glaze. Magic Ball Ego would be on glaze. Under Captain is insane work. Think about it. Think about it. How long does it take for you to set up Magic Bullet Otis to get her to be her best? How long does it take Captain Ishmael? It takes Captain Ishmael nothing. She can instantly start doing her gimmick. Magic Bullet Otis, yes, she can be very strong. And yes, if you include her ego with her, she's even better. But 3 turns? Way more than 3 turns with Magic Bullet. You want more than 4 bullets with her. That's gonna take more than 4 turns. You gotta count the ego? We're not counting ego. Guys, I said this at the start. I said we're not counting ego at the start. He's saying in the second best? Yeah, I think that's fair. That's the 1000 aura. Also, you gotta understand this, guys. Here's the thing, chat. Poise and bleed is a lot more general than burn. That's kind of the thing. Poise is a status, and bleed is a status. Specifically poise, which is why these two are so high up, and why she's so high up, are generally much more useful than burn. Don't get me wrong. She is literally top of the burn team. And I would even argue probably moving Sinclair down here. And keeping these two up the top. You could even argue this. This is like, again, this is one of those moments where these are interchangeable. And there's no problem with that. Like, if you feel like this, cool. If you feel like this, it's kind of the same thing. Reap. This is glazed here. She has everything. She has tankiness. She has damage. She has shield. She has healing. She has SP. Yeah, she goes up here. Higher for the fit? Oh, my bad. Sure. Trash? Well, why do you think she's trash? She has great clashing. She has great damage. She has great buffs. She applies assist attack. That's great. She has an execute. She's kind of got everything. Why is C Rodion above the rat and the mouse? Because C Rodion is broken. Next question. Land to Lobotomy, Solemn Lament. Yeah, this is also glaze-worthy. She's not that bad. She's not even in a bad spot. She's literally like top of glazed here. Not top of glazed here. She's top of modern day. Solemn Lament. Yeah, his ass is getting up here. You can go like right here. Ding ding. Honestly, he probably goes higher. Probably higher than Y. In fact, higher than Thumb too. Alright, speaking of glaze. The glazed tier list has just shot up dramatically. Wild Hunt, Heathcliff, Full Stop goes right below Wild Hunt. Arguably, you can even say, honestly, above Wild Hunt. If you want to argue semantics. If you want to argue semantics, you could very much argue the fact that Full Stop might be even above Sancho. But now we'll put them below that before people want to off my head. You know, before people want to kill me for that statement. There's a logical scenario where this exists. But for now, we'll put them we'll put them back here. Magical girl Don Quixote. I hate the amount of flame this ID gets. She is broken. She goes up here. Is she better than the full stop duo? I would argue she's probably right here. Knight of Despair Rodion. Well, speaking of glaze, she goes right here. Just so we, you know, I mean, like, honestly, she should. Honestly, Knight of Despair Rodion should probably go, like, right here. Was she better than Lord Lu? I mean, we gotta keep the we gotta keep the Hong Lu agenda. So let's keep the Hong Lu agenda and keep Rodion, like, right there. If we want to keep the agenda, you know, we gotta keep the Lord Lu agenda. Oh! Is that it? Oh. Okay, hold on. Okay, I didn't realize that was the last ID. Okay, we're gonna doing some cleanup, guys. We're gonna do some cleanup. Okay? It's time to do some cleanup, chat. It's time to do some cleanup. Now that we have every ID planted. Alright? It's time to adjust. So, we're gonna start from the bottom. I have no opinions here. I think all of this is fine. I don't think I want to move any of this. This is all good. This is all good. This is all good. No problems. No problems here. No problems here. No problems here. No problems here. Yep. No problems. Modern day. Let's have a look. Yep. Good. Heathcliff's there. Yeah, that's fine. Roger. Yep. Fine. Good. All the 2 stars pretty much don't go past this point.
Chef Greg should be glazed, right, manager?
You are absolutely correct. How could I forget that? My bad. Hold on. Must have been a misinput. Alright, as I was saying, fine. Bob Otis is fine. Yep, no problem with that. I have no problem with that. Yep, cool. My only thing here is, like, do I keep the warp? I keep the warp here. I prefer the Deviats to be higher, personally, but we should do this. Yeah, you're good. That's good. That's fine. Ring. I mean, you could argue Ring goes lower. If you want to argue Ring goes lower, we can put Ring down here above the 2 stars. We could argue W. Otis goes down here too. We can argue Gregor goes up. Faust is fine. Yep, fine. Good. Alright, what other glow ups do we want? Any other glow ups? I think Deviant. I want them to go higher, man. I want the Deviants higher, but I can't. I think that's fair. Z-Tune's at the top. That's fair. Fell Bullet, Magic Bullet. I mean, you could argue these two. I'll argue Fell Bullet because it's poise. Pequod and Magic Bullet, they're interchangeable. I'll keep Magic Bullet. I'll keep Magic Bullet in front for now. High Ship Pack there. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you're fine. Middle. I think middle is still busted as hell. Molar. Yes, I think it's busted as hell. T-Corp, yep. Multi-Crack, yep. Thumb. I can argue brought down a little bit, but not by much. Like, I'll bring Thumb down above our Corp. Here we go. So Ring goes above Thumb. Let's see. Donkey Middle is at... Where is she? She's here, below our Corp. Yeah. On the S2. True, but you have to build up Coffin. The thing is, it's way easier for Yisang to get his his S3 AoE off than it is for Wanhunt. Like, don't get me wrong. Here's the thing. While Yisang does not have to do SP management, Yisang does not have to build Coffin. Yisang just has to get Linebreaker. How do you get Linebreaker? Literally by winning the clash and attacking. Ish lower? Nah, I think Ishmael's goated. Arguably, you can say this. I would not put Ishmael lower than W Corp. I think High Shape Ranch Sinclair is actually extremely busted, though. I think he definitely goes up. In fact, I might even argue this. Yeah, if I had to combine them, obviously, about S tier, he can just spam AoE S2. Yeah, but you have to, you know how many people you have to do for that? You have to either use S3 or you have to kill people. Now, if you can kill people with the S3, fair enough. But that is a very hyper-specific condition that you require. Otherwise, Yisang just needs to AoE. Did I say KO already on? Yeah, I'm. It's either the Lord Liu. Also, I guess because I did say Arknights in the title. I'm not. I wasn't. I didn't think. I don't think I'm gonna have enough time to do all of the ego in this session chat, but I will do Arknights. So let's grab all the Arknight ego because I said I had it in the title and I want people thinking I clickbaited them. So for all of you here who thought you were getting clickbaited, you're not getting clickbaited. I'm gonna add the ego here. I think it's very simple. I think we add Gregor to top of Glaze. Let's put Chef Gregor back where he belongs. Now, don't mark the fact that they're higher than the IDs. The ego being higher than the IDs don't matter. They only matter if the ego is being higher than the ego. Ishmael title, I genuinely think is like modern day. Hong Liu, I think, is absolutely Glaze. I think it goes probably here. And Faust, I actually think is alongside Ishmael. There you go. So besides the Arknights, so obviously the Arknight stuff, I think this is fair. Well, see, the thing is, Faust provides a lot. Ishmael just kills you. Worse than Fluid Sac? Nah, no way. Still better than Fluid Sac. I would argue it's still better. Fluid Sac just hits the whole team. Here's the thing. Fluid Sac is going to get more better the more teammates we have access to. Command Meltdown is better if you need more concentrated healing to higher occupancies. Below Meltdown. Well, I'm not gonna do all the egos now. We're gonna put a pause here for now. I feel like if I do the egos, I mean, how many egos there are? Actually, there's not that many egos. Do you guys want me to do the egos, chat? Everyone spam right now if you want me to do the egos. If we speed run the egos, I won't discuss the egos that much. If I just speed pull them, I might be able to do it. And I'll keep them on the same tier list, so it won't really matter. Yes. All right, let's speedrun this. Crow's Eye View. I'm gonna speedrun this, and then if you guys have any complaints, I'll explain. Crow's Eye View genuinely is like Glaze tier. Pathos Mathos is modern day Limbus. La Manchaland Don Quixote is amazing. Now remember, egos are separate to the ID. So we're gonna put the egos front in front. This is Ryoshi's one, right? Forest of Flame is Glazeworthy. Be more than that. Chains of Others is Blazeworthy. Probably higher than Forest of Flame, not gonna lie to you. Not that. Sorry, that's the, I don't remember what fastest one's called. Representation emitter. Sorry, Pathos Mathos is Otis. I meant to say representation emitter. Honglu, I think you are good. Heathcliff's is Glazeworthy. I'll put it like above Crow's Eye View. I'll move Crow's Eye View down. I'll move Crow's Eye View top of modern day. I refix it. It's representation emitter, guys. Calm down. Fucking, can I not say something wrong? Jesus. Snack Harpoon is amazing. Probably higher than Sangre de Sanche. What is cast is also here. Probably I'd actually argue higher. Branch of Knowledge. I actually like Branch of Knowledge. I'll leave it here. This is Pathos Mathos. Pathos Mathos goes up. I think that's top of amazing. Actually, I will probably say modern day Limbus. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Suddenly one day, my arm had changed. I mean, how can you hate this? This is like peak ego. We'll put this in modern day. This is Lantern Gregory. I think Lantern Gregory goes into a nice, solid, amazing tier. Lantern Sinclair definitely goes top of modern day Limbus. Oh, that's the wrong one. Otis is glazed here. That is true. Wishing Khan Yisang, I do think is kind of glaze-worthy. I'll put that in bottom of glazed here. Sure, we'll move Otis as one of the glazed here because it's Otis, so I have to keep the agenda. And oh, also obviously these, I should probably make a note that these two are, that the Collab ego are always obviously at the front. I should probably do that. There we go. Wish You Can Donkey, I think goes down to probably amazing. Or like bottom of amazing. Yusunyata Otis is honestly kind of glazed here, I won't lie. But I'll put it on top of modern day. Heathcliff's one's also kind of fucking OP as fuck. I'll put that top of modern day. Any separate tier list? Nah, I'm lazy. Exnail Faust. I have no problem with Exhale Faust. I'll put that in amazing tier. Exhale Sinclair, same thing. I have no problem with it. Hexnail Roger, however, that goes into glazed here. That's a lot of egos. It is kind of glazed here. Pursuance Mersol. We'll go into modern day. Double Pursuance. They're good, but they're just, you know, they're good. They're good modern healing. Arda Blossom. I guess I will also put Modern Blossom in here as well. Ebony Stem is glazed, dude. Okay, guys, I know that, like, we're meme about the Otis agenda, but, like, unironically, Otis egos are, like, actually OP as fuck. Impending Doom is, good. Ledger Domain is kind of glaze-worthy, I won't lie to you, but I'll put that at top of modern day. Screw Loop Wallop. Screw Loose Wallop, I think, is actually good. Rosette Desire Ishmael, I actually think is good. Honglu, I'll put at the bottom of good. Rhymeshank, we'll put at modern day, I guess. I actually think Fluid Sac Dawn is actually really strong. I'll put that in Monday. Fluid Sac Faust, obviously, goes right below Meltdown, in my opinion. Fourth Match Flame, Yi-Sung, I'll just put it at the bottom of good. Technically, all Ego are good, but these two are probably the lowest end. Fourth Match Flame Ryoshu, however, definitely glaze-worthy. This goes right here. All the telepoles are good. They just kind of give you charge. That's not bad. That's good. Lifetime 2 Stone is also good. And Lifetime 2 Sinclair is... meh. Yeah, my first meh ego. I'm kidding. I'll put it... yeah, I'll leave it there. Why not? I'll leave it there for the memes. I'll leave it there so everyone gets pissed off. And then I'll change it later. Actually, I think the electric screaming egos are better. That's why. Dim Shred is really fucking good. And that goes at the top of modern day. Watch time farming. Yeah, you know how it is. Dim Shred Yi-Sang. He goes up here. The other Dim Shred. I'm kidding, guys. Soup will go down with Don Quixote. Right here. Dim Shred Otis is Kim Ji-hoon's favorite ego in the game. And because of that, we're going to have to put it in glazed tier, obviously, if you didn't know the rules. We'll put that in glazed tier. AEDD, actually, I'm not even gonna lie to you, AEDD is kind of glazed here too. AEDD is kind of glazed here, that goes in here. Jang has been satisfied. I barely see anyone using it, well, because you need to use W Otis for it. AED Gregory is also kind of glazed here, but I'll put him right above Fluid Sac. Capote Fish. Capote Fish. I'll put her up top of amazing. And then this is Capote Mersault, however, he goes fucking ooh, that's not where I wanted. Oh, shit. I don't know where I put that middle, but whatever. Capote goes in glaze. Let's see here. Sunshine Otis. Okay. I know we're doing a bit with Otis and being glazed, but again, Sunshower actually deserves to be glazed. That shit's OP as fuck. Sunshower Yi-Sang. Definitely glaze worthy. I mean, you don't become the first he to turn into a WoW without having glaze. So he gets up here as well. Where his Crush Round bag's gonna be placed in? I wonder. I think this is Red Eyes Closed. This is the Teth version. I think Red Eyes Closed is actually pretty decent. I'll put that at top of modern day. The glaze. Red Eyes Open is also great. I'll put that at the top of modern day too. Soda Ryoshu, she can go alongside being good. Chains of Others should be higher. Soda Honglu will be good. Chains of Others is like the fourth ego. 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's like top of the base. He's literally top of the base ego. Okay, cool. Fair enough, thank you. Regrets. I mean, I'll put that in glaze, obviously, because it's a Mersault ego, so that gets glazed too. Effervescent Corrosion is actually not that bad. I'll put that in amazing. FFS Christian Hong Lu is a little bit less so. I'll put that at the bottom of. I'm not even. I'll wait for this. I'll put like right here. 9-2 Faust. I will say this goes in the man tier. 9-2 Sinclair. This actually goes in the good tier. Blind Obsession Ryoshu is amazing. Blind Obsession Ishmael is glazed. Holiday Heathcliff is amazing. Holiday Otis is also amazing. Garden of Goats. S tier. Bygone Yi Sang, not bad at all. I will put that in amazing. Bygone Gregor. I think that's actually quite useful. In amazing it goes. Bygone Fish. I think this also goes in amazing, but let me just like move them down a little bit. There. Garden of Bait. Now, I think the dreaming egos are actually better than the telepole egos. So dreaming go up here. Oop, I didn't misinput. So I think the dreaming are better. I think I put them up here. Aya with Echo Synergy. Okay, well, I'm not going to think of every single use case scenario because then I would be cooked. This is Bynes Otis, I think, or is that Byne Heathcliff? Yeah, that's Byne Heathcliff. That's Byne Otis. So Byne Otis is. I will put that in. I'll put that in amazing. Bynes Heathcliff is glazed. Right here. Wingbeat Ishmael. I think this goes in modern day. Trolling after reverb. I mean, I guess. I'll put her on the low end. Where is she? I mean, she's still better than the base ego here, so she'll go like here. Sanguine Desire is, I swear to God, bleed players are like the AD carries of Limbus Company, chat. This is glazed. If I had to compare to bleed play, if I had to compare bleed players to anything in like from Limbus, they would be like the equivalent of ADCs. The bleed players get glazed so much, and I swear the bleed players are the one that complain the most. Cavernous Sinclair is amazing. I have no problem with this. Next is going to be Reverb. Now, Reverb is, yeah, pretty glaze worthy. I can't lie to y'all. Alley-oop, in the glazed, here it goes. Everlasting Faust. She has a Booba sword, so she goes into glazed here. And we'll work out the rest from there. Contempt Orioshu. She is Virgil. So she goes in the glazed here. Very simple. Very simple. Very calculated. I think this is Fell Bullet Heathcliff. He goes into good tier. In fact, I might move Oda. Yeah, I'll leave him in good tier. I mean, I feel like I should move a lot more down. There's no way I'm saying that this is worse than that. Yeah, I'm not saying this is worse. He goes into amazing. W. Sang goes into top of modern day. Solemn Lament Gregor, aka Trafalgar Law. He goes into glaze. This is Rose Hunter Faust. She will go into okay. or good. And I think Honglu will go into amazing. Now we have Yearning Mercolor. I will put that in amazing. And Yearning Mercolor, but the Blood Fiend will go into, and say it with me now, Glade. I do think that Asymmetrical Inertia is actually amazing. Christmas Nightmare, I actually argue that is probably top of modern game design. Same with this Christmas Nightmare, because she is very cute. But I think that deserves a little bit of glaze right there. Magic Bullet Otis. Yeah, I mean, this is fucking obvious. Yeah, I think this is fucking obvious. Yeah, this goes in the glaze here again. Thorough Kaguya Ryoshu is top of game design. Thorough Kaguya Faust, I actually also argue is really good game design. Indicant Trial, I am a big personal fan on. Is it glaze-worthy? No, I don't think it's glaze-worthy, but I do think it goes on the top of modern design. Red Sheets Dawn, however, I am more inclined to say that this is kind of a glaze, but I will put it at the top of modern day. I will put this at the top of amazing. Here's Sinclair. I ain't gonna lie to you, kind of want to put it in top of modern. Where'd it go? Sinclair. Where'd he go? Sinclair. I lost him. Where'd he go? Sinclair. Where are you, buddy? I dropped him in the pool. Now I can't find him. Where did that freaking baby bird go? Oh my god. Where the fuck did he go? Sinclair! Between the Thorough Kaguya's? Ah, that's a good spot. Okay, he can stay there. Over there. Tears Honglu is obviously glaze-worthy. And Magical Girl Love and Hate will not hate to being glazed here. And the last one, Crushbound Pass, which I mean, is it really obvious? Gonna go right to glazed here. Now, before I end this off, we're going to reorganize this. So we're gonna have this here. Yep, that's gonna be here. You're probably gonna be here, 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 here. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'll move you up. Yep, fine, fine, fine. I'll move you up. Move you up. Yep, cool, cool, cool. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Cool. Check this out. Yep, 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 yep. Okay, cool, cool, cool. And then you. Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with this. I'm fine with that. And then the last ones are you guys and 92000 being the only one thing. All right, that's it. What the fuck is food saying? All right, there you go, guys. I have successfully tier list everything according to my own personal opinion. which will be entirely irrelevant next stream when I start using fucking, like, She Heathcliff and then calling him S tier. Why did I do this? I don't know. Should you take any of this to heart? No. Just play whatever the fuck you want. It doesn't matter. Just play whatever you want. None of this matters. This whole thing, it doesn't matter. Nothing matters here. Ever Greg? I kind of just threw them in there at the last second. None of this matters, guys. All of this is irrelevant. It's just for fun. Yeah, but this was just for fun. This is just to get my, like, trying to, like, organize my thoughts. Play whatever you want. It doesn't matter. Do your dailies. And, don't forget to do the Arknight event. Yeah. So, there you go. So that's it. Lies for fun. Wasted. Do you find entertaining yourself to be a waste of time? If yes, then yes, I did waste your time. Made me nihilistic. Yeah, I don't tier list stuff anymore. Not that I don't enjoy tier listing stuff, but I don't like arguing with you guys. Except when I'm right. And there you go. That's it. We're done now. Well, thank you all for watching. Hope you all had a great time. Yeah, I'm gonna go now. I'll see you guys later. Take care, everyone. You all have a good one. I think that's a waste of time. That's glad. I'm glad you all had fun. Alright, take care, everyone. See you all tomorrow. Back to our regularly scheduled programs. Playing Limbus Company. Woohoo! Love you all. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye. Mwah. See ya.